What's up, Peachy and everybody? Please stand by as Peachy is having technical difficulties. Normal programming will continue after these brief messages. Okay, she's having big issues. She can't even cut to commercials, but she will be with you. Be patient. Peachy, you with us? Let me see if I can see anybody in chat. See what's going on there. Oh,
This is the Peachy Show hosted by the non juicy HPR at the moment. Please stand by and the juiciness will return, I'm sure. In the meantime, you just have to deal with the pit, but be patient. Perseverance will pay off. Joe Cool, My Two Beagles, I Raise E, Golden Eyes, Daz, Auditing Chicago, Dulce Bete, Billy the Kid Norwood. So many horrible people in the chat here. I mean, wonderful people in the chat. I'm just messing with y'all. Great people, the community. What a dysfunctional family, right? Bama Green Eyes. Great people here. You ought to join me, but I don't know if Peachy can get you up here with her
technical difficulties. You're muted, Peachy. I probably have horrible audio myself. Hopefully, you can revive the stream here. Put one in the chat if you can hear Peachy. Put two if you cannot. Put a three if you wish you was smoking on what I'm smoking on. I'm just kidding. The twos have it. Nobody went with the ones. Everybody was scared of the threes. Wise people in your chat, Peachy. You got them holding it down there. Great people down there. We got one three. We got a couple, but you know. Joko, you on 4 or 5? I can't even put that in there. I wouldn't type that in. I'm scared at three. You know what I'm saying? She might be able to bring you up if you come backstage, so I can shut the hell up and have a drink of my beer. Somebody wants to jump up here. I'm just assuming her powers at the moment. It's all alleged at this point. Uh-oh. She says she's going to lick some boots. I mean, reboot. Oh, man. It's fun to talk about people when they can't even have a voice to defend themselves, right? I ought to be ashamed of my damn self. Shit. The Patriot defense, you wish you could sleep to count some sheep, man. You know, there's tons of them in this community and the world, right? Excuse me while I clear my throat. Didn't mean to be rude there. Are you back, Peaches? Joe Cool's in the house. Hell, say so so I can take a
Here,
drink of beer. What's up, Joe?
I certainly can't hear you.
Damn, you got three shitty phones. You wasn't in line. You're breaking up. Peachy's out. You're out. I did.
this, y'all. This ain't like the COVID. This is just completely incidental. I think my audio is horrible. Is my audio in and out? I think StreamYard done contracted the COVID. I think I should put my mask on, and I think the rest of you should follow suit like good sheep. Here we go. Put on your mask, people. Let's save lives. Let's not be Typhoid Mary, you know, Come on, people. What are you thinking? Let me guilt trip you into complying with bullshit. I think nobody can hear me. I'm trying my best to hold it down, Peachy. Damn, iPhones suck. I'm just gonna say. Guarantee this is an iPhone panel, but I'm on a Samsung, so I'm still here. You just can't hear me, I believe. Don Davo from Down Under, Patriot, Beagles, Golden Eyes, Nevaeh.
Hayes others laugh like hell.
Yay!
Damn, I can shut up. Woo!
Who's washed up? Who is that? Oh, that's you, HBR. I'm sorry. I knew that, but I thought somebody new was coming up. What happened to Joe? What's up, Billy the Kid, Norwood?
Hello, how are you doing,
I'm
sweetheart?
doing great, man. I was just been reading back through some chat with my first night in Atlanta, and I appreciate you being there with me.
I was there basically almost, I would say, every night, probably but one.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
greatly appreciate everyone. I
That must have been his Masonic Lodge meeting night. How you doing, Bill, sweetheart? It's good to see you, baby.
Man, I tell you what, man, life couldn't be any better right now. I just want to tell you right now,
well, I opened up the stream for D Band and Joe Cool and some other people. So, has anybody seen D Band?
Does she have like a 6 foot wingspan?
I think no, probably more like a 5 inch.
That's what she said. What? 5 inch.
So why is life so good for you, Bill? Why don't you throw some sunshine my way?
I don't know. I guess I mean, for one thing, I'm still breathing, and that's always a good thing. Now I'm having a little bit of problems breathing. It could be
COVID.
because of a lack of exercise, drinking too
Wearing your
much
mask.
beer, wearing my mask at the grocery store. Now I do put it where I can still breathe out of my nose. I'm not one of these followers of putting it over your nose as well. I think it defeats the purpose. You know. So
Sorry to hear about your flotation devices. What are you sipping on, Bill? What was that?
Oh, that's my Frio 6.0.
Oh
My
my
Frio
God!
6.0.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. Sorry to interrupt you, Bill.
Oh, you ain't interrupting anything, young lady. This is
Thanks
just,
for your apology.
just drinking some beer.
That's all right, Don. That's not a problem. Welcome, guys. I've got a little bit background noise with my fan. I apologize for that.
I'm your
And
biggest fan, Peachy.
yes, you are HBR. You've been like one. You've been there since like very beginning. You and
That's right.
Leslie and a lot of people. All right, let me address some people in the chat real quick. Joe Cool, Golden Eyes, My Two Beagles, Dulce, Swammy, Patriot Defense, Nevaeh, Lacey R. Wow, Lacey. Lacey's in the house. Blue Eyes, Sunset Creations, My Two Beagles, I said, Don, Mama Liam, DOS241. You guys, thank you so much for being with me in Atlanta. I'm going to get out there and try to do some filming this weekend. Uh, I'm not sure what's going on. Tay's auditors laugh like hell. Souza home. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. This is a continuation for D-band stream. So I'd asked her if she wanted me to open up a panel since she's having technical difficulties. Ira Z, The Machinist, Lindsay C, D-band, Lady Plants a Lot, Bama Green Eyes. Welcome, guys. Spike Love, Noah Nava. Good to see you guys. Welcome.
Yeah, I feel like Johnny on the spot there, Peachy, when you started up the panel. Oh,
You know what I think? I think happens with my phone here doing these panels.
yeah, Bill Gates first. I mean, COVID. I mean, Apple. I mean, no, what? Tell us.
Yeah, yeah. No, the the 5G.
Oh, shit. Let's go knee deep in conspiracy. Loving it.
All right, I'm gonna be shutting this stream down if some of you guys don't get up here on panel. No, I'm just teasing. I am,
you,
you know, I hadn't planned on doing panel.
do you believe in the 5G nanobots?
No, do you?
I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions. Oh. Well, the machinists come up here and voice your opinions. I don't think I've seen the machinists. Go Nice, you guys are welcome up. I'm waiting on D-Ban and Joe Cool and the machinists and other people. I think Trump said, Trump, you're welcome. You guys don't have to. Uh, um, if you lurk, that's cool.
You're starting to robot a little bit
Welcome.
there, Peachy.
Huh? I can barely hear you guys. Any chance y'all can hear me?
What'd you say, Joe? We can't hear you. No, I'm just kidding. We heard you.
Yeah,
We
buddy.
can hear you, Joe.
This is the phone that doesn't work. It won't last for long. D-Band, glad you up here. Hope you can hear me. You are an in the dark, grr, blind, afraid white
I
chick.
don't think so.
That's what you are.
I don't think so
All
at all.
that, all that, oh my God,
I'm not
Black Lives
afraid. I
Matter.
see
I'm
where this is
sorry,
going,
who's
Joe.
talking? We're
I
gonna
see where
talk at
this
the
is
same
going,
time, D-Man.
and I don't
Are
like
we
it,
gonna talk
Joe.
at the same time or we gonna take turns, D-Man?
Well,
Maybe you want to be psychic
I'm not
and respond
afraid.
to what I'm gonna
I'm
say
not
before I
afraid,
say it.
Joe.
What you think? Maybe I can finish saying what I'm gonna say and then you respond, or are you gonna build where we jump over each other's voices and talk? Which
All
way would you
right,
like to proceed,
go ahead and
D-Man?
do your normal spill. Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna do a spill. I just wanted you to know because I couldn't talk to you in the other room that all that I'm afraid there's gonna be a riot. Black Lives Matter is coming after me. I don't know if you're paying attention,
No,
man.
actually, they're not. I'm not afraid, Joe. But I see what they're fixing to try to do. It's not going to fucking work. Understand that. Look at you grin. It's not going to work. Keep
I'm
smiling.
laughing
You're laughing. You think
at
it's
the
funny. You like
waving
the
at each other.
divisiveness. You like the
You
chaos,
paranoid
right?
motherfucker. You. I'm
I
laughing
am
at
not
waving at
paranoid
other
and I
people.
am not
Waving at me.
afraid.
Stop
That's
being
all we see.
paranoid.
24 fucking 7, Joe. That's all we see. 24
You
7.
just breaking up so
Keep it
bad. I
up.
can't hear you
Keep it up.
anyway. So I might as well just talk over you. I can't hear you anyway. You're breaking up so bad.
Joe, that
Somebody else talk. Let me hear if I can.
can you hear me, Joe? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just breaking up. I can hear you
D,
better than D-Band. D-Band's breaking up, but this phone just sucks.
Yeah,
what?
you heard me.
What about me, Joe Cool? Can you hear me?
I can't hear D-Band. Can you translate what D-Band said, Peachy? Maybe I can hear you.
All right.
I heard
She,
all right. I heard you say all right.
go
D-Band, since you
no
can
go
hear me and I
yeah,
can't hear you, then allow
yeah,
me to speak.
we can hear
Because
you, Joe. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe. We can hear you.
I can't, I'm sorry, I
Peachy,
can't even understand you casting them. All the speakers are popcorn on this thing. If you'll give me a second to, because I just want to hop on here and say something to D-Band. If you can hear me, allow me a second. D-Band, try to be quiet. You are rude as fuck. You talk when you feel like you want to. Please be patient and be quiet and let me say something because I can't hear your response anyway.
Oh, you don't have to be
D-Band,
so insulting. You can ask
Loud was
nicely.
after white people. You know by now if we thought if we were after hurting you or something like that, you know. And there's been enough reason for black motherfuckers to lose their mind with white people. And here's one. Because racist white motherfuckers have tricked motherfuckers like you that Black Lives Matter is a terrorist
Oh
organization
man,
run by
that is
George
just
Soros.
epic.
He's coming
You
to
are so
kill you.
fucking off the mark, and
All of
actually,
that.
I can't
D-Band,
understand
are you
you either,
talking
Joe.
when I'm talking? Because I hear you anyway.
You
You
know what?
impatient
You're the
fuck.
one that sounds triggered, Joe.
Everybody else is being
You're the
quiet,
one that sounds triggered,
and I can't hear you
not
either.
me.
you're the one
Can't hear you,
talking
but
over him after he asked.
knock yourself out.
D-Ben, let him finish what he's saying, and then you can
All right,
talk.
Bill, shut up.
All
I'm just
Fucking
Oh my
saying.
idiot.
God,
that's all I
An idiot.
I'll listen. I'll hop and get that on you
Joe,
tonight. Be able to hear what you got to say. So yes,
you're
sir.
roboting, Joe.
Can you
I
restart,
can do
Joe?
this.
I was actually trying to tell him that, but
Fuck,
since
can't do it
y'all
on
just want
this
to rush to
phone.
his defense, go right ahead and do it.
I didn't run to his defense. I just
Hey, I'm gonna pay attention to the chat so I can respond to whatever people are saying.
he started
I
his. Sorry,
can't do
Joe.
nothing
I can't hear you. I'm not
like
trying to talk over you, Joe. He had mentioned not before he started his point he wanted to make to please not talk over him. So I wasn't trying to take his side. You just actually did exactly what he asked you not to do, and I didn't hear what you were
Right,
saying
because I
before.
couldn't hear him. I couldn't
But
hear
I
what he
wasn't
was
at it.
saying because he was
Yeah,
roboting. He was
yeah. I'm sorry.
roboting.
I wasn't trying to be on a side or a defense. I was just asserting my opinion. It wasn't my opinion. That's what happened.
All right. Anyway, it's a great day, isn't it?
Well, I don't know exactly what the conversation is. I caught the very tail end on your panel, and then I offered.
Peach, it's all about Black Lives Matter, and that's just about it. And I don't agree. I think every life matters. Even this little bird that
Oh,
I'm holding right now, that my little dog just brought to me because it fell out of its nest. Every little life matters. So I guess I'm just a
Well,
big,
the
scared,
BLM is not
fucking
about
fearful
black.
pussy. You know what, Bill? Don't interrupt me. Remember when you just got on to me about
Yes,
interrupting
yep,
when I was
I
trying to?
agree.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
all lives matter, and that's all I'm trying to say. Period. End of story.
I'm not trying to speak for Joe Cool, but what I hear him usually addressing that issue on is it's of course all lives matter. Everybody knows that, including the black community. The point of the movement there is be mindful that black lives also matter. They're not trying to. They've been oppressed and profiled
Oh,
and
it's
all
not.
this
Oh
shit for
no!
so many years
Follow
that the
through with that
movement
sentence now. They're not trying
to
to
get.
what divide. They're not trying to
Uh,
divide. No.
I see what Joe Cool's saying. You're interrupting me before I can even finish my thought. You're coming at a defense, which hold you at a stance of probably being a wrong stance because you're defending it so hard that you won't even hear the opposition of it before you're attacking it.
Because he defends it so harshly. He's saying that I'm fearful, and I'm not fearful. I don't
But
like what I see.
I'm speaking what I've heard him say
Five
and my
minutes,
own
five
thoughts. I'm
minutes after
speaking my opinion, and you're doing the same thing to me,
George
D
Floyd,
Band. You're doing the same
five
thing to
minutes
me, D
after
Band.
the death of Floyd, this whole fucking country united. Every fucking race. Every fucking race. And look at us now. Look at us.
Of course, we're a human race. We
So
all have
stop
the
your
same
shit.
right, and we're all entitled to the
Okay, but
same
I'm
rights.
fearful.
And
But I'm
that
fearful.
very
D
I'm
band, hold on,
fearful.
guys. Hold on, one at
Really?
a time.
sorry.
What? No, it's okay. Let HPR go ahead and finish up, and then D band, you can go.
Okay, D-Man, I was just gonna say what you just said. That's right. We all are like a melting pot of the human race with all the same equal rights, and we're all entitled to them. And that's when they are infringed upon and oppressed certain people groups. That's a reason campaigns like Black Lives Matter need to crop up to remind you. Don't forget this faction of the same equal human race. We're all the same. So it's necessary. And when you get so butthurt because you equate it to it being all lives matter and not even recognizing that issue, then
All
that's an
right, all right.
issue.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Now you just made an assumption. You just made an
Okay, I'm
assumption
willing
right
to
there.
stand corrected. Hit me with it. I'm listening.
That's not what I was trying to say. What I, Peachy, you knew when you first went into that protest, I supported you 100,000%. I
Yeah,
didn't look at
you
you as a
did.
white woman, Peachy. I didn't look at you as a white woman going in there and doing what you fucking did. I looked at you as like an American. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just how I see us. And we were united. Now look at us now.
We need some
I don't
John
like it.
Greenwood playing in the background.
All right. See, you see, John Greenwood. All right. Whatever, dude.
Because I'm proud to be an American.
Hell,
That's right.
Or
We
at
are
least I
Americans.
know I'm
That's
free.
right. Yep, yep, yep. Go ahead and laugh. You know, you're trying to say that one race has suffered more than the other. I see all races suffer. You know what I mean? But there's opportunities for every damn race here in America. There's
human.
opportunities. We
We're
don't
all the
need
same
a White
race.
Lives Matter. We don't need a Black Lives Matter. We don't need nothing
We're
but
all.
unite.
You know how many white motherfuckers I've seen at the Black Lives Matter, and I'm proud to be part of the white race that represents those that are in attendance of the Black Lives Matter
Right?
because
You know
those
how many
people
white people I see get
understand
beat up every day on videos
that
just
that
because
is
of their damn skin color?
that is
Just like
united.
Joe says, I can't get out of this damn. I can't get out of this skin, and it just like white people right now because all this has turned into race and statues and memoriams that we can't fucking erase. So let's just burn it down, kick it out, fucking beat it up, and get rid of it. So
Hey, I don't
what is
agree
the
with
real
all
world
that.
going to look like after all this is done? What is the
I,
real world going to look like after all this is done?
I stand with you on those crazy tactics of trying to erase history because history repeats itself, and we see what happens when that goes down. The indoctrination through school curriculums and everything they're doing to us now. Oppress us by making uh, think we're going to have food shortages, or we actually may. They're doing all this crazy. I agree with you on that, but that
Can
doesn't
I ask
change the
you a
fact
question?
you can
Can I ask
unify
you a
for all
question?
people being it. Yeah, sure.
No, can I ask you a question? How
Yeah,
did this
sure.
turn
Again,
into a race war after George Floyd? How did it turn into a race war?
that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. You can go just through YouTube alone, not even consider mainstream media, and see how the system has been murdering black people at a far higher rate with unjust cause in such a
So
tyrannical
you
fashion.
just think that the blacks?
The rot rooted
So you
system.
just think it's the blacks that are killing?
You
So
got to look at the whole picture. You're so focused on this minor
no,
thing,
I'm
and
not because I've
you
seen
don't
plenty
see
of
the whole.
fucking white people suffer too throughout history.
Of course, the world's fucked up. We're all fucked
All
up.
right.
We've all been
So
oppressed.
why do we just say one race matters? Why can't we unite as it
Because
was when all this happened?
you address the issue at hand at that time. That's what's so current and relevant.
Oh
That's
God,
oppressed and fucked up at that moment. That's
I'm
what
done
you
with
stand up against together for unity. You don't. You're the one being divisive by not even seeing that and having some kind of offense to it, in my opinion.
That's some bullshit. I was definitely united when all this kicked off.
Yeah,
So,
your opinion
maybe you just
just
don't know
like
me.
mine.
Maybe you just don't know me.
Right on. Likewise. You know what I'm saying?
All I know, can I say something? All I know is the BLM is is a racist organization, and they believe in communism, Marxism, and socialism. We don't need those kind of people in this country, in our nation, land of the free and home of the brave, supposedly. And these people, and I think a lot of people that support the BLM, they don't really understand what the BLM really stands for.
They do
And that's a
not.
tragedy. And that's
They
a
do
tragedy.
not understand. That
Right.
money, they don't go to black communities. It goes to the Democratic fucking presidential candidate.
Hey,
Right.
D Ben, I want to say real quick that I am not against you. I want you to know that I'm not. You're passionate, and I admire your passion for what you stand behind and believe, as I do the same. So I don't want you to think I have personal issue with you. I just think that uh, you're still blinded on things, and you think I probably am as well. So I can agree to disagree with you, but I have no hard feelings towards you, and I'm not against you.
I think we're all blinded.
Welcome, Golden Eyes.
I
We're
Hello.
go now.
blinded by the light.
Make sure that was you too.
Yeah, I was just listening and uh I want to say that Black Lives Matter, when it first started, it was started by the mothers of children who were killed by the police. Um Trayvon Martin, his mother was one of them. She was the one of the leaders. There's three moms that actually started Black Lives Matter. Um Now, what it's become today, couldn't tell you. And taking all of that into consideration, um, talking about, what Black people can do today and why they feel so strongly with their beliefs. For for years,
All right, Golden.
Black.
Do you
Can I
think that?
finish my thought, please? For
Do you feel like black
generations,
people
Black
are
Americans have been
oppressed?
over policed. Yes, they've been oppressed, absolutely, and they're angry about it, and they have every right to be. For generations, they've experienced over policing in their neighborhoods. Being, in my neighborhood, I rarely see the police, but when I go to the other side of town, they're all over the fucking place, and they're constantly pulling people over, and they're being arrested for
All right,
menial crimes like weed and stupid shit
right,
Fuck the
right.
that
And
should
police.
never have happened.
Golden, can I just make this a point? There was a joke that was made against some brown people, and I got upset about it.
Hmm.
But it was pointed out that maybe I'm just a little upset about it because I was married to one. All
Hmm.
right, so yeah.
Well, and you also have to take into consideration that historically, the police have been they've defended racism and segregation, attacking civil rights protesters for generations since what I think since 1935.
All right,
Every
we
every every every
God,
race
I
riot,
hate
so-called race
guys.
riot, every so-called race riot since 1935 has been perpetuated by police brutality and murder. Every single one.
Not to mention that they're
Right.
the ones that initiate the
The white
violence.
people that get fucking murdered. The white people have been murdered by cops too,
I'm not
but
Nobody
the
says
media
they
don't fucking
haven't.
put that out there, do they, Golden? All they
Nobody
want to
says
do
they
is put
haven't.
blacks out there because they want the
Sometimes,
division.
Historically, listen,
Keep following the fucking narrative. Keep doing it.
historically, historically, and statistics back it up. Historically, blacks have been the ones that have been police have always defended
So
and enforced racism and
are you just
segregation.
partial to blacks
Always.
because you're married to one?
Excuse me?
The war on drugs is a perfect
No,
example.
because I was asked this very question. Are you just partial to this issue because you were married to one?
No, I'm not just partial to it
Oh,
because I was
okay. All
married.
right. I just wanted to
And and
clarify
um
that.
and I wasn't married
What
to
the
one. I
hell?
was married to a man who happened to be black.
Right on. Wow.
Bill, did you have something to say, Bill?
No, I was just going to agree with Warm and Fuzzy over there. What he just said. I was agreeing.
You see, I think when people stop looking at
Yeah,
racism as
just a little further. Are you just a little partial to this because you got mixed kids?
What are
I'm
your
partial
crazy
to the
ass assertions coming from, D-Man? What's it got to do with the cost of milk in China or whatever? I mean,
Well,
that makes
because I've actually had this
that's,
discussion in my panels before. Because I'm married to
you
a
upset
brown
your damn
man.
dog.
Shut down. I was shut down for that because it's okay to make racist jokes. Uh,
and
because
this
he's
isn't just
brown,
about
but
blacks,
you
this is
can't do
about
that with a
every
black.
race that isn't
You know,
Caucasian. Blacks and Hispanic
I,
communities,
I
stories
was
of police
just
harassment and violence in Black and Hispanic communities are very, very common. Young Black men and Hispanic men, but especially young Black men, are 21 times more likely to be shot and killed by the police than anybody, even white people, even white young Black.
D-Man,
right. And there's
Now,
been
I'm going
plenty
to
of
tell you,
whites that
as
have
a mother,
there's been
of
plenty of whites
biracial
that have
children,
been shot by the cops.
as a mother of
D-Man,
biracial
whoa,
children,
you
as a
need to
mother of
break up that
biracial
dog fight.
children, I'm going to tell you, I have my sisters all have Caucasian children. Well, one of my sisters, my other sister has Hispanic children. But I'm going to tell you, the Caucasian kids in my family have never had to have the talk.
I just wonder if D-Man's dogs are purebred.
The talk of which be careful when you interact with the police. Be careful in making sure that you don't reach for something without them knowing, or saying yes sir, no sir, being, it's like the talk. I mean, do you fear for your kids when they walk out the door to be that they may not come home because they may get pulled over by a police officer who just may be a little heavy on the trigger finger?
You go on, girl. You got it golden. You hitting it with them bombs. That's the real truth.
At the protest, I said, "Sir, yes, sir." I was afraid for my life at times.
Well,
Right
yeah,
on, Peachy.
yeah, exactly. And you're in a situation where you should have been. I mean, there were
Frontline
tons of people
warrior.
all over the place. Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna drop out because I have a tendency to talk over people because I get
No,
passionate.
don't drop
No,
out. You
don't
stay,
drop
stay
out.
here,
You're
We
fine.
HPR.
You're
love you,
fine.
HPR.
All
We
right, let
love
me
you,
mute
man.
my mic. I'm gonna grab
See,
another beer.
Get you a
what we
beer,
really need to be
brother.
talking about is how we start smart policing and the difference between petty crimes and serious threats. That's why a lot of people, especially young Black men, end up going to jail for stupid shit, and they are the small minorities of lawbreakers. And and it happens every day in white communities across across the country.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. I'm a white boy. I've been arrested over 12 times for stupid shit.
So we know that they have the ability to have smart policing because they do it all the time in white communities. Why can't they do it in Black and Hispanic communities?
What we need to do is not have federalized police. We need to have all elected police force, and having city police. We need to fund that shit, right? Because that's where the corruption comes from the agenda above. We need to fund that shit. Only have elected police.
Whether it's an elected position or an appointed position, doesn't really matter.
Welcome, NJ Diver.
Hello, NJ Diver.
Okay, good morning.
Oh, hello, MJ.
What you're dealing
That
with is human beings, whether they're behind a badge or someone's
PG,
got
I
their
didn't
hand,
leave.
someone's
I
got
was
their
just
finger on the button of the
PG.
mute. So
Mm-hmm. Well, and you can't I can't. I'm sorry. I can't think. I'm tired.
PG,
Uh,
I didn't leave. I was just bringing the bird back to its nest.
okay. All right. Go ahead, Golden.
I'm just saying, NJ Diver's right. As human beings, we can't tell what we're capable of. Everyone's different, and I think what HPR was saying is kind of hitting it, and I think I've heard I could be say this too, in the past, is that instead of defunding, I believe they need to start retraining, more training, making sure that they're psychologically appropriate for the position that they're about to fill.
Absolutely.
And they need to be held accountable if they fuck up, just like doctors do. If they fuck up and injure somebody while on the job, they have to have malpractice insurance.
Have a
Peachy,
good night, Noah.
They
Yes.
need to be
I'm not
held accountable.
I'm not trying to plug another channel so much on your channel, Peachy, but Police Accountability Report tonight had a great show talking about these officers that go to a bulletproof officer manual type of training. I can't recite it perfectly, but they basically train them under principles of fear to be killers and to not have regret of killing or remorse. They train them this way, and that's the reality we're living in America now
Mm-hmm.
far too often. I'm sorry to interrupt you both.
No. Did you see Swammy? He said, "I don't want anyone to die. I will not watch George Floyd vid again, ever. He was a
Yeah.
human being."
That's I was reading that. Absolutely. It's very
Yeah,
difficult to watch.
I can't.
Unfortunately, this happens all the time in this country. And I just want to add to it, but and then we can go on to. But I just want to say that in Black and Hispanic communities, they often face higher rates of crime. Therefore, they do want good relationships with law enforcement. But it's not likely until the people of this country finds a way to address its history and using the police as a tool to reinforce systems of racial inequity. It's never going to happen until then.
Are you familiar
Black.
with what happened over the 4th of July weekend in Chicago?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I
60
haven't been.
shootings, 60 shootings, 26 or 27 deaths, and one of them was a 7-year-old black girl.
Yep,
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
But
Well,
but interestingly enough,
I thought she was
there's
8,
no
but yeah,
rioting in Chicago.
And that's from rioting in Chicago?
No.
Let me restate.
Hold on.
No one is rioting in Chicago
Oh,
over
okay. I didn't hear
those
that. Okay.
deaths.
Or
yeah.
mainstream media is not showing us the rioting. Could that be it too?
I doubt it because that sells.
Are you kidding me? Do you believe anything that mainstream media tells us? And
Do
if you
you
say yes, you're a fool.
Do
we
you
all have
understand how
skewed views.
mainstream media makes its money?
Of course I do. Off the corporations. It's corporate
Commercials,
Big
owned.
correct?
It's corporate owned.
big
It's
pharma.
Commercials,
all
It's all
correct?
propaganda. It's propaganda. That's all it is.
all
CNN,
money
Fox, all
dollars.
these outlets are nothing but propaganda. They're telling us what they want us to hear, what they want us to know, which is a bunch of malarkey bullshit.
Joe Cool?
Why do you think we're all wearing a mask right now? We
Are
don't need
you
to be wearing masks. This is a
This
complete fucking bullshit if I ever seen it in my life.
Joe Cool? Are you aware of what NJ Diver's saying?
this
I wish he
panel has
could get
been
up
brought to
here.
you by Reverend Fuzzy.
Joe, can you come back up? We are in a state. Georgia is in the state of emergency from our governor
Mhm.
Kemp, and it was because of the violence last 4th of July weekend. And we had 35 shootings. We had a 8-year-old little girl die the week prior to that, and then a 9-year-old girl shot. Bill, why?
No, I'm talking to Wilma. I was talking to Wilma
uh,
in the chat.
I thought you're doing that to HPR or something,
No, that's to
or
Wilma in the
wanting to do
chat.
that to HPR.
I
Well,
love HBR.
hell to the no, no, no.
Joe, can you come? Joe, can you come back up? Since not since we're talking about Chicago, but we'd like for you to be back up on panel if you could.
I
Or
think
There's
try.
he
interest in
might be. He might be using that iPhone that he just got a new iPhone, and
That's the whole problem, iPhone.
yeah. And so if we might be able to like switch him around like we used to do, Peach, maybe that might help a little bit.
I hope
I
he
don't know.
does
I'm
jump
just
up here because
I'm
Joe
trying to
Cool was.
troubleshoot.
He's got videos of him in Chicago protests and NJ saying there's no protest there. So it's an interesting dynamic.
All right.
Wow. This is the first time.
Hey,
This is the
Joe.
first time I've ever seen 7 people up together at once. This is awesome. I love
Bill,
it.
Bill,
That's because
You
Yes,
you
sir.
haven't been around much,
Yes,
before this
sir.
phone stopped working.
I love it, Joe. Go
Mr.
ahead.
Norwood.
I'm
You
sorry.
haven't been around
I got
much.
a lot of
StreamYards has had this for several weeks now.
PT wanted me to just
Well, I just recently heard about it.
Hey,
And there's
Joe's
other.
talking.
There are other panel type operations that have
please.
more than 6.
Let's let Joe
Joe's
talk.
talking.
Let Joe talk now. Everybody be quiet.
I
Damn,
believe
Joe,
he's
He
having
froze.
bandwidth issues.
Shit.
he's texting one of his lady girls.
Peachy, can you try to move him around, please? See if maybe that helps him. I think
Look,
it might
It's
just be his internet.
it's
That's
on
not
his
going to
end.
help. It's on his end. It's not going to help anything.
Joe's got a weak hot spot.
You have to tell Joe to get within eye shot of the cell site.
What's up, HPR, man? I love your hat, man. And your beard and your long hair. Dude, I used to have long hair too. Damn it, I cut it off. I saved the ponytail. It's about a foot long, man.
That's what she said. What?
I love it. I love you, man.
He's still got issues. He can't even bring the video up.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. So what were you saying, NJ Diver? Oh, he's back up, but he's still not saying anything.
That's what she said. What? Is D-Man in a cryogenic state?
Can y'all hear me?
I'm here.
Oh,
You
that's
know
better.
what?
That's better. I can hear
Mr.
you.
D-Ban
Hey,
is here
Joe's
too.
back. Guys, Joe's back. Let him talk.
Oh my God, Bill, Joe's back. Mr. D-Ban's here too. If he would like to hear anything he would like to say.
But Joe Band's on he's froze up again. Damn it.
Oh, he has yet to unfreeze just then.
He's still smiling. He's still got that damn grin on his face. That's awesome.
2020.
Look at him smile.
Oh,
Have you heard him
Christ,
laugh?
Joe, we gotta get you a decent fucking phone. Somebody
That was
donate
funny,
him a
isn't it?
laptop.
I just bought a new laptop.
Oh, I know. Uncontrollable just gave PDF one. Shit. Oh well.
We lost them again. What happened? Jesus.
Damn,
Would you like to hear another opinion or not,
gotta go-
Bill?
He's got to go find a bigger hammer.
yeah,
In
go
his
ahead,
own
D-Ban.
Please.
Well, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
We're talking about BLM.
So BLM is a communist organization. Sorry.
Not really an organization.
Yep.
Bill, there were some
that-
ladies that ladies and they developed it and
Bill, just hold on.
yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Communist organization, and they got the black people bamboozled, over a lie.
Are you gonna let PDF share her? I mean PDF. I'm sorry, D-Man share her opinion.
Shit, I'm sorry. I'm getting a call. Hold on.
It must
that
be
was
Joe
deep.
Cool.
That
No
was-
wonder he got
that-
froze.
Joe Cool's going to talk through GoldenEye's phone. No, D-Ban, go ahead. Or Mr. D-Ban.
Well, I mean, that's all there is to it. It's a communist organization, and they got the
I agree.
black people bamboozled over there.
I agree. I totally agree.
All right, Bill.
You know why? People don't do their homework. If
Exactly.
people did their homework, they would not be supporting the BLM. Yes, Black Lives Matter, but the
Yeah.
organization itself doesn't really support Black lives. They don't.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Do
that's
your
the
own
problem.
homework. I'm not doing your homework for you.
I hope not, because then I would get
that
an F.
that was a failed reference to something else, but okay, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Everybody be quiet.
No, it's response. No,
What response for what? What?
to what he just said.
Well,
I
Are
good.
think
we?
I gave my response. I think I
Right,
gave
you
my
did.
response.
You did.
I agreed
Yeah.
with D. Ben's husband. Yeah.
I think we should all respond to your ink blotter. First
Peachy, that fan is loud. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
Whenever, yeah,
I'm sorry. I
turn
was trying
that
to say.
fan off while you're doing this. I'm just
All
saying
right.
that is loud. I'm just saying.
It's in my
quit,
ear. I apologize.
quit whining there, Bill.
No, but when she unmutes, it's like like we're at the freaking beach or something. But I love the beach.
Hell,
So
you spent money to go to the beach. That's what I was about to say, and now you're bitching. Come on,
I spent some of that government money. Sure did.
man.
All right.
Did
How's
you have
that?
to pay to get on the beach?
No, but there's bills to be paid. Motel fees and gasoline fees and that sort of fees, and this and that fees.
Jersey, all but about 2 towns, you have to buy a beach badge to be on the beach.
Well, there's no beach. If you want to park along the beach, yeah, I mean park along the street that's called Seawall Boulevard,
Few
right
more
there by
bucks.
the beach, then you will pay an annual permit, or you will pay by the hour. It's best to go by the annual permit because I think it's only like $25 a year, and if you go and pay by the hour, man, you could pay $25 in 2 days. You know.
You gotta love how our tax dollars go toward employing people to, extort more
Yeah,
money from the people. Hell
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. HBR, you
Okay,
hit the nail
sorry.
on the head. HBR hit the nail on the head, right? So we have these meters so that we can employ people to go monitor and issue tickets because you haven't paid the meter.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny?
they're double tapping that ass. You know what I'm saying? You pay to park there, and then you pay if you stay too long again, and you pay their fucking salary to begin with. Hell, that's a triple tap.
It's fucking up, man. It is. This world is screwed. I'm just saying.
Okay, sorry, if I missed something, I was on the phone. Joe Cool was actually going to try to talk through my phone. Maybe that way. I don't know, but I think he's got something wrong with his speaker on his phone. I think that might be the problem. Obviously bandwidth too, maybe. I don't know, but the speaker, even on my phone, it was difficult to hear
It's probably
loudly,
got
and
icicles on it.
I don't, I don't know.
He's got
Maybe,
data
maybe,
issues.
But
maybe is it too much smoke went into the speaker area, or is it something? I don't know.
You dropped some weed in
mm,
the speaker holes. Yeah, try
That's
that,
where he
Golden. Let's
lost
see.
it.
Yeah, let's see if we can't hear him. That'd be fine.
well, no, I can barely hear him, and I have it up to my ear, so I
Oh,
doubt if
okay.
you guys would be able. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
I
okay.
would
Hell,
say if
So
if if he guys, if he comes
it's
back
okay.
up on the panel, I would say if you see Joko pop up, everybody just be quiet and let him talk, and that way we can hear what he's got to say.
Well, the problem is him not being able to stay on panel.
Yeah.
it's
But
He
he
because
has
can.
he's
Go ahead,
black.
reception
Golden. Let's see
issues
if
with
we
his
can hear him.
phone.
It's
Oh
because
no,
Go
I
he's
mean,
ahead.
black.
hold on. Well, shit. Let me try to call him back because we already hung up.
I
But let
thought he
me.
had a second phone, Golden.
Yeah.
He,
I guess the first one he was having issues with, so
Well,
he
that was
has
the
another
burner
one.
phone, guys.
He
That
has
was
an
the burner phone. The burner phone. Now
Oh my God.
he
You
has
see how
another
they do?
one. I
You just
know.
want to fucking strangle them all. It's fucking stupid. Go ahead, Golden.
I'm gonna try to call him back. Oh shit.
Okay, go
Uh,
ahead.
NJ Diver, did you have a response to what Mr. D-Man had said about it being an, did he say organization?
See how
Communist is
loud
what he
it is?
said.
See how loud it is right now? And then when he picks, oh, I can hear
Oh,
you. Oh shit.
Oh my God. You're so
That's his
rodent.
laugh.
I can hear your laugh. Are you in the chat? Can you hear? I can't watch chat and do this. Oh shit, that's right. Okay. Yeah, he's got issues, guys. He can't even watch chat, so he can talk, but can you guys hear
Joe
him?
Cool got
Speak
issues.
for
Yeah.
him. You can you
No,
can speak for him,
he
can't you,
can
Golden?
he can talk. He can talk.
I think she wants to actually.
I
Oh my
don't
God.
want to speak for him. I don't want to speak for
Oh yeah, you
anybody.
do.
No, he can talk.
You know what,
Cyrano de
D-Van?
Bergerac 2020.
What, Golden?
Oh, hold on.
Be
Why the
careful.
fuck would I want to speak for somebody? I
Well,
don't
you
need
got him on
anybody
the
to speak
phone.
for me.
You got him
Therefore,
on
I'm
the
not
phone.
speaking for
You
anybody
want his
else.
voice heard, don't you? All right, so
He
speak for
called
him.
me. I don't understand the attitude. Okay, are you guys ready? Can you hear him? I just want to make sure.
Your voice can't make out what he's saying.
If
Yeah, they
everybody
can't
would
make out
shut
what
the
you're
fuck
saying.
up, we can hear him.
Right, Bill. So shut the fuck up, Bill.
When I'm on here talking, so I don't know yet.
Hold on a minute. I'm gonna change headphones. I'm gonna get my Bose. Shit.
Okay.
Oh shit, going for the high tech. Shit getting serious up in here. I'm just saying.
I mean, do we really want to hear Joe Cool this badly?
I
You already heard his
do.
laugh.
Right? You can make out his laugh.
Look at
Hold on,
HPR.
Joe.
Pass me that HPR.
What you got there? You got one of them joints?
I don't answer
Okay.
questions, Bill.
Right.
What you working on?
I love it, man. I love it. I want some of that. I want some.
Okay. Can you guys hear him or no? Speak,
No.
Joe.
Check 1, 2. What is this?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, if everybody would mute, please, and go
I
ahead,
can't
Joe.
hear them.
I'll
You can hear
mute.
them. You gotta go.
Joe, can you hear me?
All right. So all right. When I go back upstairs, I'm in my car. The other phone would not charge. It's at 5%. Hopefully the motherfucking record is working. It's not. I'll be back in check.
Okay, you sure? Oh, okay. He hung up.
All right, so we can
Well,
finally hear.
we all could hear him.
Yeah, I
That's
was gonna say,
funny.
well, we can finally hear him. He hangs up.
Oh. Okay.
Damn, who knew Joe Cool was a two-pump chump?
Yeah. If you guys ever get, I'm telling
While
you,
he's trying to figure out his crap,
maybe I need to send him some
Hold
headphones. Maybe
on.
that
hold
might
on.
be a problem. I don't know.
While Joe Cool is trying to figure out his stuff, it says BLM is a political organization with 8 figures of funding and a hardcore left-wing policy agenda. BLM is a Marxist political organization funded by dark money, mainly white socialist billionaires and conscious laundering corporations that want to hold on to the deep state action or further their hip or chic facade and pass the cool comrade credentialing media inspection.
I concur. That's true.
All right,
So
so
I'd like to. Hopefully, Joe Cool will be able to get on there because I'd like to hear his reaction to that.
right,
Where
what
did that
Mr.
come from?
D-Man,
I'm sorry, D-Man. Where did that information come from, NJ? What's your source?
I haven't said anything.
That wasn't NG.
Oh,
That was
hold
D-Ban's
on, hold
husband.
on, he's getting
That was D-Man. That was Mr. D-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Mr. D-Man. Okay. I'm sorry. Where was the source?
we're getting the source, but it is what it is. It's all over. But we'll get you a source that you can look up. But the sources are many.
This one comes from SweetHomeNews.com.
It has many predecessors as well.
Yes, I mean it's everybody knows. I mean, my God, it's been doxed. I mean, BLM has been doxed several times. I mean, it really has. But Joe Cole,
And not only that, but one of the founders of BLM, I think it was CNN the other night, claiming that she was a Marxist. So it's coming directly from their mouth.
Who?
Yep.
Who is this?
One of the founding members.
Okay, because I think what we fail to realize it and
all right, so Golden's going to disagree.
Is that yeah, and I'm not
There's
disagreeing
video
with
proof. There's
anything. Hold
video
on,
proof.
I'm not disagreeing with anything. You don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I've said three words. Black Lives Matter was started, right after Trayvon Martin died. 3 mothers got together and decided that they're done with the shit. That their children were dying at the hands of the police. So 3 mothers got together and built this this anti-racist advocacy protest. Now it started there. And that's where we need to focus. Whoever decided that they want to put their hands in it and make it something, that's political and so they can make money off of it and whatever. That's regardless. That's besides the point, in my opinion, how it started and their focus and their passion behind it. They're sick and tired of their children dying for stupid shit. Then it should have never have happened. George Zimmerman got away with killing a child who was just waiting with his friends.
But if you look at the original start of the BLM, it was started by a white guy. It wasn't even started by black people.
Wow.
That is not true. I don't know where you got that information, but it's not true.
More fake news?
Right. Yeah.
I never knew that, but it may be true. You never know.
That's the wonder of the internet. Anybody can make up whatever they want. It becomes fact after a while.
And it all comes down to confirmation bias. People want to believe certain shit. They're going to find a way to make it right.
Golden.
Someone said a long time ago, if you say a big enough lie often enough and long enough, it becomes truth. Oh yeah, that was Adolf Hitler. It's called the big lie.
Yep.
It boils down to
if they're so worried about their babies dying, why does it not matter if black people are killing black people?
So Joe
Of course it matters.
So Joe Cool says, "Hey guys, are people saying the protest
Then why is
needs
Black
to
Lives
end
Matter not focusing on them also?
Because everyone is BLM. So the protest needs to end because everyone is BLM. Question
It
mark.
boils down to the old school fundamentals. When government fears the people, that's freedom. But when the people fear the government, that's tyranny. And they're using these tactics like we're doing on this panel right now with the infiltrators to create divisiveness to hold the power that we've already let them have. We get hung up on these issues instead of uniting, like you say, D-Man. I'm not against you, D-Man. That's what we need to do.
I think you unite against the fucking government, and y'all can fucking trash me all you fucking want.
I wasn't trashing you at all. I was picking up. I was actually
Nobody's
complimenting.
trashing anybody.
D-Ben,
Yeah,
I agree with you. We need to unite against the government. I agree with
yeah.
that statement.
The
Yeah.
infiltrators that come in this community, not on YouTube, but just in our society, to for the very reasons I just spoke of, to where the government are using these tactics so they hold the power. They're smart, and we can't be dumb and blind. We have to not be sheep. We have to be awakened. And it's not pleasant. It's uncomfortable, but that's the only way you can bring real fucking change is when you're awake and don't get caught up in these silly issues that are just counter to the whole fucking freedoms and rights oppression that we're under. And we're blinded to that because we're so caught up in this bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop, guys. I'm a little lit. I love you guys. Power to the
No,
people.
you don't. You don't have to drop out, HPR.
Oh, I
That's
do. I
No.
fine.
work in the morning. I
All right.
can't be late.
Love you,
Oh.
HPR. Have
All
a good
right. Good
night,
night, buddy.
brother.
Love you.
Have a good night.
Good
Sweet
morning,
dreams.
sir.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Sweet
Love
dreams,
conquers
brother.
everything. It nothing tastes better than some roasted pig. Hillbilly especially, right?
It's 1:45 in the morning
And
for me.
and love and hugs conquers all. It is 1:45 my time.
My time is 1:45.
Oh, it's still early for me. It's not even 11 yet.
Me and D-Ben are in the same. We're in Texas, so me and D-Ben. We're Texans. We are Texans, baby. Texans to
I
the
spent most of
core,
the
to
year
the
there
bone.
once. Lackland Air Force Base.
Not real happy with my governor right now, Governor Abbott. Not very happy with him, you know. Not very happy with that man right now. You know, I'm just saying.
Why? Why is that, Bill?
Well, he's pretty much shut the bars down. Said the bars cannot be open at all. Shut them back down. Now I don't go to bars anymore, but that's not fair. You going to shut a bar down, but you ain't going to shut like
Liquor store?
you know, yeah, other places down. I mean, come on, give me a break, man.
Hey,
Jesus
hey, Bill.
Christ.
You had mentioned the war on drugs. What was your correlation with BLM and war on drugs?
I don't think I had a correlation with BLM and drugs. I want all drugs legalized, and I'm talking about all the drugs legalized. And
Why?
you know what?
Why would
We
you
can
do that,
all.
Bill?
We do
Why
not
would
need
you
the
do
government
that?
because we do not need the government to tell us what we need to put in our body, including that COVID-19 or 1984 injection. I will never agree to that. But I'm telling you right now, we should have the right. This is a free country. I should have the right to put anything I want into in my body. You know, as long
Norwood.
as I don't, if there is no victim, there is no crime.
Mr. Norwood,
Yes,
do
sir.
you see what our hospitals are going through right now with this pandemic?
It's a bunch of bullshit. Have you been to the hospital, NJ Diver?
Yes,
Have
I
you
Yes.
You
gone to
know
the
have.
what? You know
hospital?
what,
Have
Bill?
you gone?
Bill,
You know, this
Bill,
is a
I
load
just
of
had this
crack
discussion with
bullshit.
fucking Joe
This
Cole.
is, you're
I just had this.
interrupting, D-Man.
I
You're
just had this.
interrupting.
I just
I
had
was
this talk
talking
with
to
Joe Cole,
NJ
and he believes the
Driver.
same
Ask
way.
me a
He
question. You're
believes the same
interrupting
way.
I
me.
don't. Hey,
Joe
I'm
Cole
going to tell
believes
you
the
right
same
now.
way.
This is
Joe
what
Cole
when
believes
they're
the same way
saying
that all drugs need to be legalized. That way, we all could just fucking,
no. Look,
fuck
Why do we
do
off.
need
we
the
do
government to
so we
tell us
need the
anything?
government so we
hey, hey,
need the
hey, hey.
government
We
to
gotta do one.
regulate. Why
I'm
do
sorry,
we
Bill.
need the government to tell us, look, if you're not smart enough to know that if you put
People aren't
methamphetamine in
smart,
your
Bill. People
veins,
are not smart, Bill. They're
well,
not
we can have,
smart.
well, D-Ben, we'll have campaigns to say,
No.
don't do that. But do we need to put people in prison because they use methamphetamines?
Mr. Norwood,
I don't think so.
can I have a few syllables here?
Well, yeah, but she cut us off. Me and you were
No, sir,
talking. D-Ben cut us
no,
off.
sir, you have not stopped.
Well, say your piece, NJ Diver. Nobody's
Oh
stopping
God,
you.
I am
really?
trying. Unfortunately, I am getting bulldozed.
All drugs
Well,
legal, really?
see, she's the one
Hold on, stop.
interrupting our
Hold on, guys.
conversation.
Please let NJ Diver get a word in. Thank you.
I'm trying to hear him.
Okay.
I have no problem with legalizing all drugs for recreational use. The fun part's going to be when everybody ODs and goes to the hospital for their shot of Narcan. And I want to tell you right now, having been an emergency medical technician for 8 years, it ain't no fun treating people like that. And if you want all these
Exactly.
Um,
things,
Boo hoo!
shut
this
That's
is
up,
what
why
I'm
you
talking
make.
Billy.
about. If
That
you
is
wish to
why.
bulldoze me some
That
more, I'll
is
just keep
why
talking as
you
well.
make. That's why you
Bill,
make that.
listen to what you're saying, Bill. Listen to what you're saying.
I,
I am talking truth. That's
I
it.
actually just learned this last night from Wilma Dickfit. That Narcan is, I didn't even know what Narcan was actually, but I found out that Narcan, you can actually go to the pharmacy, they give it to you for free. You don't need to go to the hospital. You
If
can,
you
if you are,
qualify.
yeah, if you're a drug user, you can go to the pharmacy, they'll actually give it to you.
Hey, Golden.
Like you can go to, I guess, what do they call those? Clinics where you can get needles if you're a heroin addict. That,
Right. Hey,
yeah.
Golden, do you think we should legalize all drugs? All drugs.
It'll
Um,
certainly eliminate those that can't handle it.
I
And
think
that's
that,
what I'm for. I'm for that.
listen,
Bill,
hold
hold
on.
on.
Okay. Oh well. Listen to
I,
I
Golden.
was
that
All right.
asking Golden Eyes if
Golden
we,
Eyes has a thought. Let's listen to it.
I'm
Bill,
going
Thank you, Bill.
please.
I'm going to say yes only because
Oh my
people need to start
gosh.
taking some personal
Even your
responsibility.
kids could pick it up, Golden, really?
Well,
You're
my
gonna
kids
say
are
that?
educated. I've been talking
Really?
to my children
Well,
since
hold
Are
they're
you
on, D
about 6
that
years
Ban.
fucking
old
Let her,
into
about
that
guys,
shit?
sex and
Are you
drugs and
really that
everything
far
else.
into that
So
shit,
D
Golden?
Ban, let
I
her
think we need to
finish,
be
please.
responsible as parents, and we need to be responsible for ourselves. I think that's one of the reasons why the government has so much control over us because
Yep.
we
God,
refuse to
this
take
is bullshit.
responsibility for anything. We need to
Yep.
take
Can you fucking
responsibility
believe
for
what you're
ourselves.
listening to right now?
My daughter is
Unfucking
assured
real.
a very long and profitable career. She's a counselor for addicts.
Instead of throwing
That's.
addicts in
I
jail, they
like
need to
that.
be putting them through
I've been to
uh,
rehab 4 times, Diver,
one
and I
education.
like counselors.
Well, because you didn't want it to work, Bill. You
No,
like being
I said
drunk.
I like counselors, and I think what their message is a good message. They don't want you
I'm
to
going to tell you,
fucking
it'll
die
never
of
happen because
alcoholism.
it'll never happen because big
Well, go
pharma
ahead and
through
legalize it and have no, remorse, whatever. You're gonna fucking die of it.
Alcohol is legal.
uh,
Alcohol is the
uh,
worst drug that's ever been invented. I'm just saying.
I give
Well,
up.
besides tobacco.
Well,
Right.
that
So
Big
too.
pharma, big
if
pharma has ways
alcohol
to get
and tobacco are
educated.
legal, then
Yeah, and they're
everything goes.
legalized.
Right.
Yes, I
It's
think
a very,
so. I
it's
think
very
so.
liberal.
And the reason they keep the others illegal is so they can rope off and snatch up the minorities and the whoever is stupid enough to do meth
The
or anything
addicted.
like that. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I would
I'm
rather
just
have
saying.
it, listen, I would rather
Unfucking
have it
believable.
legalized and then people are getting the actual drug that they're intended to take rather than have someone taking, let's taking medication for chronic pain and then their doctors yank that medication away from them unnecessarily because they this war on prescription drugs that honestly, if you look at the statistics, if you look at the numbers, all ports of entry, the weed, cocaine, especially marijuana, which is so weird. But cocaine and marijuana, those are the most. They haven't stopped shit. It's still coming in. It will still continue to come in. The only difference is people are dropping dead because they're being forced to score shit on the streets that is full
Yep.
of other shit that they shouldn't
It's
Oh,
be.
cut.
okay.
They
All
cut
right.
it.
Oh,
They
goodness.
I
cut
don't
that
believe that shit.
shit.
I
Oh
don't
And
believe
bullshit,
it.
D-Ban. I used to do
You know what?
coke.
I don't
They
believe
cut
that
that
shit at
shit.
all.
Okay,
They
hold
you know,
on.
cut
now
it with
people are
all
ODing
kinds
of
of shit.
fentanyl.
Hold on,
TT.
guys. Hold on.
No, hold on. I would like to know Peach's take on this.
or whatever, and they're
Peachy.
actually getting fentanyl, which is way
Hold on,
stronger.
hold
Golden
on.
And they're
Eyes. Hold
ODing.
on. Hold on. Golden Eyes. Hold on. Golden Eyes. Can you finish that quickly and then let D-Ben speak and then Bill, you can go, please.
Yeah, yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Go ahead. Golden Eyes.
And what I was saying is that when now they yanked this drug from them, and now they don't have it. They're instead because they don't want to go through withdrawals, so they have to score something off the streets. What they think they're getting is maybe Percocet or Vicodin, but instead they're getting fentanyl, which is a much stronger drug, and it's a higher dose, and they're ODing on this shit. And it's something that they haven't taken before. They don't know what the fuck they're taking. You don't know what you're going to get when you score shit on the street. Or worse,
Okay, and so
heroin is
Okay.
that
cheaper.
makes it
Heroin
okay.
is
That
much
makes it
cheaper. Next thing
okay.
you know, we've got another problem on our hands.
All right. So that makes it okay. So Peach, what's your take on this?
And then people say, "Oh, it makes it okay." No, it's not. It doesn't make it okay. It's just you have to take people need to start taking some responsibility.
Rod, can you fucking
Because
listen
now,
to
and I
this?
think one thing that they're not talking about either is by yanking these drugs from people who have been taking them for legitimate pain. By the way, a legitimate pain now because they don't have these drugs. People are committing suicide. Suicide has gone up like 70%. I think it
Oh
is.
yeah, that's what happens when you introduce drugs to a fucking human being. I would like Peach's response to this.
I think Peach had to go back, and then she's coming back in.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry.
There
I
she
was
is.
yelling. When I get passionate, I've got headphones on, so it's like I want to
Yeah,
talk
I
louder
know,
than
I
I
got it.
should.
But I would really like to hear Peachy's response to this combo right here.
She had gave the stage to Bill after Golden, so it was actually his turn. So he did not speak out of turn
Yeah.
despite
Go.
your
Go ahead,
wishes.
Bill. If D-Ben's finished, go ahead, Bill.
I don't know what I was going to say. I tell you right now.
Right,
I
so
want
now
to
it's
say,
my turn. So
so
I
no,
want
hold on. No, I'm not done. I haven't finished
Well,
my.
no, you just said you
Hey,
just said that
no, yeah,
you didn't have nowhere else to
no.
go. So I
Well,
wanted
hold
now it's
on,
my
D
turn.
Ben.
I wanted to
No,
know
no,
what
D
PT's
Ben. Hold
response was
on.
to this
Hold
Okay.
conversation.
on, D
I'm gonna
Ben.
defer then to Bill. Let him finish, please. D-Ben. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, you know me. You know how I earn a living. You know how I earn a living. I can catch them and I can kill them, but not.
Okay, PT, your
I
response,
hold on
please.
now. I earn my life more than $3,000. I'll catch him and I'll kill him. Going to cost you $10,000.
What are you talking about, Bill?
Bill, don't say that. Peachy, please, just change the subject. How do
Can
I'll
I
you
give you
feel
offer an
something.
about legalizing all drugs, Peach?
Can I offer
I'll
an
No,
give you,
opinion on the topic?
if
no,
I
I do
may,
not.
introduce the subject.
Unless I've listened to both sides. I'm kind of in between on this. But right now, I think that we kind of need to decriminalize uh, the laws the way that we have them now. But no, as of right now, I do not think that we should.
I agree.
Now, do I think that a person it should ruin a person's life? I think we need to get rid of. They slap felonies on people too quickly, like for class scheduled, harder drugs.
Yes, yes.
They need to get rid of that crap. It ruins
Have we not
people's.
done the reform? We have
Mm.
No,
for
not
Instead of
pot and
throwing
shit.
people,
Oh,
instead
guys,
of
that was Captain Quinn. That
instead
was
of,
Captain Quinn of the movie Jaws.
are you going to continue to be disruptive, Billy?
Well,
Because
you just interrupted D-Ben. D-Ben was saying something, you interrupted her.
oh Jesus Christ!
So what are you talking about me, sweet cheeks?
Oh
Sweet
God!
Let's
cheeks!
just fucking,
Sweet
you
cheeks,
can
what are you
interrupt
talking
D-Ben
about?
at any time. D-Ben is nothing.
Where's
you're the
uncontrollable when I need him?
Ugh.
All right, so you don't agree, right, Peach?
I don't think it's agree or disagree. There's a lot of points that can be made with all
Hmm.
this, and what I was
Ah.
saying with we got to decriminalize some of this, and not throw people in jail for 5, 10, 15, 20 years for a baggie of meth or heroin. That's
Well,
ridiculous.
Amen.
here's the thing. That actually all changed because Trump actually did a reform on that.
Okay, what about the felony?
Oh my God.
It's still a
Not every
felony.
state has followed
Oh
that.
my God.
It's still a
Different.
felony if I get caught with blow, or a little bit of meth or whatever. There goes everything. There goes my teaching license, my real estate, everything. It's a felony right then and there.
Yep.
I don't think addiction. If you're an addict, I don't believe you should go to jail. I think you should go to rehab.
Well, I think the criminal justice system needs to be reformed, and right now.
It is being
Y'all and y'all's
reformed,
words of
idiot.
wisdom.
It is being reformed.
Bullshit!
Fucking pay
Are you
attention.
fucking
Okay,
kidding me?
hold on, Bill.
Every state is different. I know in the state
D-Band.
of Arizona, you can get up to 10 years in prison for a joint.
There's people
Well,
that serve
look
life
at the
federal
damn state.
time.
It's in Arizona. That's where it all floods in. Hello.
HBR, he want to say something. Go ahead, HBR.
I was just saying, yeah, there's people that spent damn near lifetime sentences for a little bit of weed. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. But my
Right,
my,
and
my,
that's all
my
being
point is,
turned around.
Ben, let me finish my thought without interrupting like you always do, please. Thank you. The the
Hmm.
war on drugs was started underneath a racism foundation to begin with, because the pot was on the street. They did it again some years later when crack hit the scene, because the good old boy system wanted to keep those people oppressed that they were already had oppressed by doing some recreational things to have some joy in their life, and they wanted that shit from themselves. They didn't want uh, this oppressed people to have any kind of power or joy in their life. I'm not promoting drugs, but I'm pointing to the oppression and the agenda of why it was started to begin with, and they continue to do that, and that's based on a racism type of thinking,
Yep.
and they're hurting our society. Like Goldeneye said, that we need rehab, but we criminalize the fuck out of this shit in
Yep.
America, and it's bullshit. Where's our freedoms in America?
Yep. I agree with you, brother.
Having these
Jesus fucking H Christ! I agree with you.
Bill. All right.
things to begin with. I'll digress, but yeah, I mean, just please look at everything, the big picture, the history. Don't just
We're
base
pretty.
it on political correct offensive. That we're all offended anymore. That fucking self entitlement bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask D-Band something about the changes you said with Trump. Can you enlighten me with something, maybe with something that I'm not familiar with, D-Band?
Good night, all love.
Good night, HPR.
Can not HPR. Kitty, 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 kitty.
Yeah, I have a question for the panel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Have any of you in other states had your attorney general and or governor and or legislature ordered any accountability measures for your police as a result of all this anti-police rhetoric?
We have Donald Trump coming to Atlanta next week.
Oh, good.
I'm not
That's
asking if the
fun.
president's visiting or campaigning. I'm
I know.
asking if your
Well, no,
state.
but NJ, but that's related to some change, and I didn't get a
Oh,
chance to
it's
read it
related
all.
to him campaigning.
No, well, it may be, but also,
Oh,
but I'm
it's
telling you,
definitely.
okay, NJ, I'm telling you that I read something about there's going to be some change, and
Go
I don't
ahead.
know if it was all due to, it's all political, obviously, but I thought maybe it had something to do with some change in the police force, but I'm not sure about that.
What's wrong with him campaigning?
I didn't say anything was wrong with it. Did I? What I'm referring to is here in New Jersey, we have an attorney general that is trying to establish transparency for at
Mm-hmm.
least the state police, which he is definitely in charge of, and actually he's technically in charge of all police in the state of New Jersey. But recently, because of police union lawsuits, our Supreme Court has ruled he can't move forward with his reforms.
We have a Congressman, Stephen Horsford, who's introducing Justice and Policing Act of 2020. He's actually joined the Congressional Black Caucus, and I believe there's like 135 other members of Congress to introduce the Justice of that Policing Act.
Are you aware that there are at least 9 pieces of legislation, 2 of which are recent? The other 7, 5 of those have been around for 5 years on police reform and gone nowhere.
Well, maybe they will this time.
Well, there's
We can only
one
hope,
bill
right?
in each part of Congress. One of them wants to do away completely with qualified immunity. Other bill wants to reform it. Can you guess which one's which? In which house? Well, I'll let you know. The reform bill is in the Senate. And who controls the Senate? The bill getting rid of qualified immunity is in the House of Representatives. Who controls the House of Representatives?
The Democrats.
Who controls the Senate?
The Republicans.
And neither bill's going to get anywhere because Trump has already said qualified immunity is a dead issue. He will veto, just refuse to sign.
And I don't agree with him. And I will vote for Trump for this presidency, but there are many things I don't agree with him. But there are many things I do agree with them. Issues.
Well, in Las Vegas, this act, I mean, they're regardless. Hopefully, they'll get it passed Congress now. But what they're trying to do is hold police accountable, obviously, in the courts, improve transparency and accountability, police training, and other practices, and making it a federal crime to lynch, which has been happening a lot in the past few months.
But what if you lynch yourself? What happens?
Is that not already a federal crime?
What happens if you lynch yourself?
Is that not already a federal crime?
No,
does that mean you go to prison? If you lynch yourself, does that mean you got to go to prison?
You have absolutely no idea the definition of the word lynching.
Well, if you're going to hang, if it's a hanging, is what it is.
Yeah, it's called suicide. If you do it to yourself.
Right.
Yeah, so, and there's some countries that will kill. Well, if you don't die by suicide, they will kill you.
Like the Saudis, chop them up like the Saudis do. That's what they do over there. They'll chop you up if they don't agree with what you're doing. At least here, you get to go to prison and have 3 hots in a cot,
Yeah,
3 hots in a cot,
my friend. You know better.
I think you like prison. I think you
like
the
jail is a vacation from your problems. I will always say that because I've been to jail, and it is a vacation from your problems. You don't have to worry about paying any bills. You ain't got to worry about where your next meal is going to come
when you get out, because you lose everything when you get out.
Unless you have somebody, which most people don't.
Yeah, most people don't. You can't pay your bills when you're in.
Those are the perks with living with mom. You live with mom.
Oh yeah, and then you don't have to take any responsibility for anything.
If I go to jail. If I go to jail, I get a vacation from my
isn't
mama.
it funny how everybody that has these same fucking opinions can live off the backs of others,
Bill,
whether it's prison or family. Whether it's prison or family.
I pay rent.
I agree there.
I pay rent, sweet pea. I don't live off the back of my mother.
Stop the patronizing fucking names. Okay,
Sweet
because as
pea,
and I think I'm
sweet
speaking for every
pea.
woman on this fucking panel.
Golden Eye, you're a sweet pea as well.
Oh,
So am
you're
I
huge.
patronizing? So I'm patronizing you, Golden Eyes. Golden Eye, can I call you? Can I call you Golden Eyes? Or
Bill,
will that be patronizing you? Oh
Bill,
I
my
don't see how
God,
this is funny.
you
So,
want to be?
so is it wrong for a
He's been
man
a
to
you're
do
brat.
this
funny.
and
You're
not for a
funny.
woman? Is
He's been
is it wrong for a man to do the same type of shit and not a woman?
cut it out, Bill. He's been a brat.
Okay, I'll cut it out.
Golden.
So it's not okay for Bill to do it, but it's okay for all of us to
I'm
do it.
not cut out to do a panel tonight, guys, and not all this fighting for real. I'm just not.
It's
I came over to
We
open it
love
up.
each other. We love
Well,
each other. I promise you, Peachy. We love each other.
it's turning into an
Anyway,
ad
you
hominem
asked a
fest.
question, Peachy,
I
and
was
I
trying to.
never got to respond.
I,
And
wa-
I actually kept my mouth shut. But what was it?
I was trying to. My two beagles asked Bill a question. What do you have to worry about? My
Who,
two
me?
beagles says yes, Bill. Yes.
What do I have to worry about?
Yeah.
If don't call the cops again, don't ever call the cops again, and try to tell them how to do their job.
No.
If
What do
I
you
call,
worry about?
No, that was somebody else.
Not what you're
oh,
gonna. Yeah. What do you? You said that when you go to jail, you have nothing to worry about. But when you're out of jail, when you're at home, what do you worry about?
when I'm at home, uh, really, when I'm at
Nothing.
home, what am I worried about at home?
The knock
Is
at the
that
door.
Nothing.
no, NJ
Scooping the
Diver. You know
scooping
what?
the kitty litter.
I don't have any warrants out for my arrest, but
I
yeah,
mean, are there things that you worry about, Bill?
yeah. Am I going to wake up the next day? You know, I mean,
You're about your health.
but do I really worry about that? No, because the next day when I wake up, it's like freaking Groundhog Day. I mean, every day is the same
Right.
thing.
Every day is the same.
I wake
But here's the
up,
thing,
I
Bill.
eat my bowl of
How
cereal.
many
You're
how many women
interrupting.
are doing the same thing as you? How many women are doing the same thing as you? They're living off their parents' back. It's not just guys; it's women that do that shit too.
Yeah, I support my daughter.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I support my daughter because she
Now,
deserves it.
yeah, during COVID, I mean, how many people? I'm sure a lot of us had to worry about how we were going to pay our bills in 3 months because we have mortgages and car payments and children that we're putting through college or maybe we help our parents.
how are you getting by, Golden? How are you getting by?
I actually was lucky to have a bit of savings, but I'll be honest,
Okay, good.
it was difficult towards the end there. I'm really glad I went back to work because it was
Oh,
getting
good.
very
You're
stressful.
working again. That's excellent.
Yeah, thank God. But
Oh,
I have my family's
hubby
very
stepped
close, so
out.
we all kind of banded together. So
I love you, honey. I'm sorry, I was talking to hubby.
I figured that.
What I need, guys, is I need $1 million payday. I need $1 million payday.
Hey, I
Don't
won't
we
be
all?
greedy. I won't ask for $1 million. I'll settle for 500,000.
Yeah, and do we want to put bets on how long Bill can hang on to that million?
About 20 years.
No.
I agreed. Diver, that $1 million will last me the rest of my life. I'm 49 years old. It'll last the rest of my life. I guarantee you that. You know why? Because I live within my means. I'm not going to go bananas and just, you know what I mean? I'm not going to go bananas.
Hey,
I won't
Bill.
do it.
Do you have a paycheck?
Not right now.
Nothing.
I don't either. I'm paying
No.
myself out of my
We're-
IRA.
We're in a pandemic right now. I got no goddamn paychecks. Are you kidding me? Goddamn
still
government. Go ahead, Diver.
Hey guys.
You know what? But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Hey
NJ
Ben,
and
hold on a
Bill.
second,
There's a lot of women that are out there
D-Ben.
that are
Hold
living
on a
off the
second,
backs
please.
of other people. Whether
Hey, Peachy, look at the private chat.
I'm trying. Hold D-Man. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get somebody up on panel. I don't, I'm saying hold on for a reason, please. Not to get my opinion in. Southside, can you show me your picture, please? And Kenny Klein? Somehow, can you guys show me?
We can only see what you have up on the panel. We can't see backstage.
I can see, I can see backstage. I'm talking to people backstage.
Hey, how's it going?
Kenny. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hold on just a second, please.
Yeah, you're having bandwidth issues. I can hear it.
All right. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead, D-Man. I apologize.
No, I was just
Welcome.
saying that there's a lot of people that are living off the backs of family members and shit like that.
Right, and it's easy for them to say, "Oh, well, it's okay for this and that," because they don't have to worry about anything.
Right, they don't have to worry about it, right?
Oh, I support my daughter because she deserves it. She's in
Are you
graduate school
kidding?
working too.
Because
Absolutely.
okay, are you kidding, Golden Eyes? Because you have family. You're living on the backs of your family. Isn't that what family is? Are you fucking kidding me, young
Yeah, that's
lady? Are you
exactly.
fucking
So
kidding me?
it's fine,
That's what
Bill. It's
families are
fine.
for, to live
Here's
off
the
their
thing.
fucking backs. If you ain't got a
That's
family,
right.
you ain't got shit. Just
Right, right.
saying.
Right.
Oh,
So she says that
I don't use my family
she's
though. We
living
work
off her
together.
savings. She's saying that she's living off her savings, right?
Yeah, I lived off my
So it's
savings.
all okay.
I sacrificed things that because that's what you do. You put people who are responsible pay their bills before they go out and buy shit that there's like stupid stuff that they don't need, frivolous things.
Well, I support
All
my
right, so
daughter.
Golden,
Oh
who's been
God.
paying your bills, Golden?
I've been paying my bills.
Oh,
And as I pay my bills.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
all in your. Oh,
sorry. I'm just
it's
saying, as
all.
family, like Billy, I get it. As family, if your family needs you, obviously, if you can help them, you're going to be there.
It's all in the way you were brought up. My daughter's working 2 jobs to make her way through life. One for the college so she can get her tuition waived, another one full time as a counselor so that she can support herself and her fiance. And he's got a job as well. They're both going through to get their master's degree so they can get a better paying job. And if she needs help, I'll give it to her. She's my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I
I think as
have
Um,
been.
parents, that's what we do, though, right? We're always going to be there
excellent.
for our children.
I've supported my kids more than myself. So, and
That's the way it should be.
Jay,
Yeah, well, I have no parents. Both of mine are passed.
yeah.
Kenny, welcome. Do you guys know Kenny? Kenny
hey guys.
Klein TV?
Good
I don't
morning.
think so. Hello.
If some,
Hello.
if someone, if a mod could post Kenny Klein TV's link in the chat, I'd appreciate it. What's on your mind, Kenny?
Oh, not much. Just saw that you were going live. Thought I'd just come on, do a little chit chat, have a little
Awesome. We
fun.
appreciate you coming up. This is the first time you've been on my panel. It's awesome.
It is. It is the first time, and I'm hoping I can get you on mine sometime too.
That sounds good. Well, I think I briefly read a email that you sent me regarding. So we'll get together with that. Sounds good.
Great. Sounds good.
What happened? Did D-Ban jump off? Southside Slacker, I cannot bring you up without a camera. It's showing your camera's not showing, so I don't have the ability to bring you up. I apologize.
You brought me up without my camera being on.
You have a picture. I can't. His is
You
saying
should
no
be
camera.
able to. There should be a difference.
I can't see it. It didn't have an option for me to bring him up. It said no camera.
I think he might maybe they're using a mobile device. I think they're still working out the bugs on um,
Mm.
their mobile device setup for StreamYards because I think it's new.
Yes, it is new.
Oh.
Well,
It's exactly. I'm
StreamYard
sorry.
had
Go
an
ahead.
upgrade so that you can get more people on, and I think there's still some bugs in that.
Maybe that's what Joe Cole's experiencing then.
No, Joe Cole's
Yes.
got a bandwidth issue.
Well, may or may
He's
not
just
because
screwed all around.
yeah,
Believe me,
being
I
a
know Joe Cool's got a bandwidth issues. I've been on many panels with him.
yeah, but he's got a new phone too. He's got an iPhone, and I'm running the panel on the iPhone, and it's not the easiest.
Well, no, because it's an
So,
iPhone. You need to get Android.
haha. I love man. This iPhone's been a workhorse for me. It's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had
I
both,
know.
and I like them both. It doesn't bother me too much. I really like Apple products because of their they have built-in malware, and I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're less susceptible to the common virus and some worms.
I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm not going to
Yeah,
say anything else.
yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
gotta
that's the good
stay.
thing about Apple. Apple's that's one of the things I hate about them is one of the things that's awesome about them, the fact that they're proprietary, so they don't get all the viruses and all that. But I hate them because you
Right.
can't get any freeware, and I love freeware.
Yeah, that is true. That
But
is
freeware is
very
one of
true.
the main reasons you get viruses and stuff. So it's like you know, so it's
Uh,
one of them
who,
things.
who's making more money, Gates or the people that own Apple?
Mm.
Well, I don't think Gates is making a whole lot of money right now. Gates
Oh,
didn't he
you
die?
really haven't been following him then.
He died though, didn't he?
No, he's still alive. He's younger
I thought
than me.
who was it that died? Then it was Someone. Steve Jobs, was it Jobs that just died a few years ago?
Jobs, and that was quite a few years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. My bad. Yeah, Gates is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of hate going his way right now, or shade anyway.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Tory vaccinations.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's just a tough topic, man, because it just really is. It can get personal, and I see this argument on both sides. So I just don't even know.
With
Mm.
what? With vaccinations?
Yeah.
I'm having audio problems. Hence the new program, the new iPhones doing the panel. So you guys hear me?
Can hear you.
Okay.
We're fine for the moment.
For the moment, that's right. I'll have to refresh here in probably about 10 minutes. But Bill is just adamantly saying that this COVID is not real. It's a pandemic, and I don't believe. I believe it is real,
Oh.
and I take precautions. Like when I was in Atlanta filming, I tried to have my face, my mouth, and nose covered up 24/7 down there. But I
Yeah.
think it's real. What do you guys, Kenny? What do you think?
I think it's definitely real. I think that it's because of the fact that it's not more deadly than it is not confusing people, but it's lending to that whole pandemic thing that's going on because it is real, it is killing people, but it's not killing people at an alarming enough rate for people to really get scared over it. And the media is seriously overhyping it.
And how do you
Well, it is
know it's
real
real? How do you know it's real? How do you know that?
because people are dying. I mean,
Are you in
Because you
lockdown,
believe
Mr. Nolan?
yeah, oh yeah,
because you believe what the mainstream media is telling you? Is that why you think it's real?
well, why do you
I
think
That's
it's
may
what
fake?
it
ask, Mr.
sounds like.
Norwood.
Why do you
It's
think
what
it's
it
fake?
sounds like.
What's your proof that it's fake then?
Because the mainstream media, the government has lied to us throughout my whole life. almost 50
So
years. I don't
okay,
trust
so
them. I do not believe them. And I believe what they're trying to do is fucking hog tie us.
Norwood, is your state in lockdown?
Nobody's in lockdown, man. Are you kidding me?
Are you having
us
to wear a face
It's a
mask?
free goddamn country, man.
Do you
no
know
face
anybody
masks
who's
are.
died from COVID?
Nobody has to wear a face mask. If the
I don't see.
goddamn governor tells you to wear a face mask, fucking tell him to stick it up his fucking ass. That's what I
Stay out
do.
of New Jersey, Mr. Norwood.
Why? Are
So,
you scared? Are you
no.
fucking
If
scared?
you'll shut your
Oh,
mouth for a moment, you'll listen why.
ugh.
Why?
Our governor just declared that you must wear a mask only in businesses and in any place where you cannot maintain 6 foot, but
Okay.
in public. And if
Most
you
states are.
please
Yep.
let
Yep.
someone talk,
Most
yes,
states.
feed your mouth and keep it full. That way
Yeah.
someone else can say something.
No, he's still talking with his mouth. Didn't your mom teach you better, Bill?
I'm
Don't
surprised we
talk.
haven't gotten spit on the screen.
Here's my
Well,
thing
just
is,
remember,
here's
there's no
my
one there
thing.
to give you the Heimlich maneuver.
Here's
I
the
put
thing,
my mask
guys.
on while
Here's the
Bill was
thing, guys.
spitting food.
Here's the thing, guys. There's a big deal going on with this, okay? They want to take down the dollar. They want a new world order. This is not about a fucking flu bug, okay? This is way bigger than a flu bug.
Yes.
Do your
Yes.
fucking research, asshole.
Have you had to have you had to take the COVID test to go back to work?
Fuck you. I'll never take that fucking test.
So you don't work.
Depends
Dun
on the
dun
Yeah,
state
dun.
I'm
and the
working your
employer.
mama.
Oh,
Dun dun dun.
grow up, Billy. What I'm saying is, if you have a job that requires you, and now, as far as I know, everybody's requiring this, that you have to take a COVID test to go back
Well,
to
then
work.
fucking don't
I
take
had to
it.
do that.
Fuck their ass.
Then how am I
Why
supposed
should
to
we
pay my
have
bills?
to take a fucking test to go back to work? Now,
All
look,
of us have
okay,
the luxury
that
to pay our
test,
parents.
sweetheart, that test is 80% false positive, okay? So that test is not even reliable. And that's where they're coming up with all these bullshit numbers.
Bill,
Woo, we gotta
you're,
shut the
you're gonna
government
wake up your
down.
mom. Bill, you're gonna wake up your mom.
Not all of us have the luxury of living with our families. We have bills to pay. We have families of our own that we need to take care of. People that depend on us.
Well, then you need to tell the government to stop this fucking nonsense hoax. That's what you need to do. You need to
They
stand up
just
to the government and tell them to fuck off. That's
all
what
right.
you need to do.
Okay, in
The
the
mayor.
meantime, I still need my bills paid. Therefore, I must
Yep.
do what I have to do.
Oh, so what are you going to do? You going to put the mask on and suck a dick? What?
Where did the suck a dick come from?
Don't come to New Jersey, Mr. Norwood.
Or suck a butthole, whatever you want to
I
do.
will tell you. I'm going to tell you right now, like I've always said, and I've said this before. If it means that I have to lay down and suck a dick to make sure that my children are fed, absolutely. I will take it with fucking pleasure.
I think you hit the right note there. I agree with that. I mean, I have to agree with that. You got to do what you got to do.
I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure that one, my children are fed, they've got a roof over their head, and if there's nothing else that I could do, last resort, absolutely, I will do what I need to do.
So you're willing to compromise your health by putting that mask over your face and nose. You're willing to compromise your health.
How does that compromise your health?
Yeah.
Well, do some research. Do some research, Sherlock.
Yeah, I did. I've been wearing them for 3 months.
You're a fool. You're a fool, dude.
Keep feeding the face.
Hey, Golden.
Well, because you gotta eat to survive, right?
I mean,
Yeah, not in front of us,
you have to
though.
make certain sacrifices
it's called
too
easy.
for your family.
I certainly don't need to see you chewing your
If you
food.
don't like it, suck a dick.
Oh my
Bill,
God,
Bill, come
you're
on now.
sucking dick too much. The sucking dick thing, I think, where you're trying to tell us something.
Well, he has no. His vocabulary is very limited, obviously.
He's secretly bisexual, from what I what I heard.
I ain't bisexual by any means. I have never sucked a dick in my life. I'm
Yeah,
gonna put
but
that.
it's in your
I'm gonna put it out
dream.
there right now.
You remember you telling me it was your fantasy? You dreamed about
Well,
it.
of
Oh,
course it's a fantasy, but not to suck a dick. But anyways,
Bruce down under. That's probably why he doesn't want to be arrested for not wearing it.
Socially awkward. Welcome.
Hey, Peachy. Hey, Golden.
Ram it so cheap. Hi.
Hey, NJ Diver, I have a question for you.
I'm here.
Okay, the state I live in, it's been mandatory mask wearing since about, I believe, May. I still have not worn a mask. That's my choice.
Bill, excuse me, Bill.
This is my impression of Wilma.
Bill, turn your camera off, please. Please turn your camera off.
He's
Okay,
out of control.
And
that's my impression
and
of
I've
Wilma Jigfit.
turn your
and I've been
turn your camera off, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I've been to two different doctor's appointments, and I've been into stores, and it's mandated here, but they can't control it because the Department of Health is the one that's in charge of it.
If someone makes a complaint, then police can do something about it.
Yeah.
Actually, where I'm at, it's not the police. The governor's orders are the Department of Health is in charge.
And if the Department of Health, lacking police powers, has to do something, they will get the police to do it. That's how we work it here in the United States. And if you look, every state in the United States and all the 6 protectorates that we have statutes within their own jurisdictions to allow the health departments to declare health emergencies and have it enforced by the administration branch, which includes police. That's
Fuck
how
the
it
police.
works.
Fuck the police, dude.
Yeah, right until they put that taser probes right into your chest.
Never have, never will, brother.
Well, then you're behaving yourself, aren't you?
I've had pepper spray in my eyes. That's before they ever had taser.
Well, I'm just trying to be polite. I don't want them to use the other weapon.
Fuck them, man. They can use that taser if they want to. I don't give a goddamn shit.
Yeah, well, guess what? They use it on me. I'm dead.
Maybe me too. No.
You have a left branch bundle blockage in your heart?
Probably.
You have no idea what it is, do you?
But I think I could have blockages in my heart. For sure.
You have no idea what that means.
The fucking course I do.
You think it means something to do with an artery, don't you?
Oh,
and blood flow, right?
Go ahead and explain. Go ahead and explain, Diver.
Nah, why should I? You know everything.
Because you think you know what it is. Go ahead and explain it.
I know what it is because I suffer from it.
Well, what is it?
Never mind.
Hey,
NJ Diver, I don't have to wear a mask. You know why I don't have to wear one? Because I'm exempt. I have a medical condition. Hello.
Are you not concerned about spreading it with anyone else?
No.
Or with your mom?
Spreading what?
Or
this is a bunch of fucking bullshit hoax, dude.
Hey, Peachy, he'll never know that he has it because he doesn't want to get tested for it.
Yeah, you know what?
If you don't have symptoms, why the fuck are you going to get tested for it?
Because you can be the
you
carrier.
Fucking morons.
Because you can be a carrier and you can still be
You're
contagious.
Yeah.
Peachy, you're listening to these jackasses that claim they're experts, but they're not experts.
I would
Trust me.
rather.
But you are, right?
I would
You are, buddy.
rather.
You're the expert.
I would rather
Oh,
err
so
Someone
on
with a
no,
the
PhD is not an expert.
the mainstream media.
Bill. I would rather err on the side of caution than not. I don't. I've already been through enough health wise.
I'd rather err on the side of freedom. That's my opinion.
Okay, well then I would rather err on the side of caution and freedom. It just because I put a mask over my face doesn't mean I'm giving up my freedom. It's my free choice to do that.
Think
You know what's
about
real
this. Think
interesting
about
that you
what you're
don't
Absolutely.
saying,
understand
Peachy.
about wearing a
Think
mask?
about it.
Do you know what's really interesting about about wearing a mask? It doesn't protect the wearer. It protects everybody around
That's
them.
right. Yeah.
So they say. So they
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
You really don't know basic physics, do you?
Yeah, it's pretty simple why it doesn't protect anyone else. I mean, yeah. It's
Dude,
pretty
you
simple.
only need to wear a mask if you are sick. If you're not sick, it's doing yourself harm. Period.
So what you're saying is when the doctors are in the emergency room and they're wearing masks, it does them absolutely no good to wear those masks, right? Because they're not sick.
The reason
That's
they're
what you're
wearing
saying.
the mask, Jack fuck, is because they're
Answer the question
surgeons.
though.
Bill,
Answer
Because
the
they're
question.
surgeons. They are
Answer the
surgeons.
question.
They're surgeons,
But they're
and
not sick, right?
they have your.
Bill, we don't need
They're
to
not
be
sick though, right?
nasty and hold on. We don't need to be name calling and be nasty to people, please.
Ad
Okay?
hominem does nothing but show your intelligence level.
My intelligence level is probably a lot higher than yours. I'm just saying.
Oh God. Okay.
That's interesting because I don't have a police record.
Yeah, because you just obey, right? You will obey until they put you in the gas chamber, and you will say, "Bring the gas, let me suck it in my asshole."
All right, Tens man.
Fuck.
That's funny because they
Listening to me.
declared
Exactly.
the
We're
gas
going to be hearing
chamber.
about the trains in a minute.
SCOTUS declared that cruel and unusual punishment decades ago.
I'm just saying, man. If you just
That's
obey,
all.
you ain't nothing but a sheep, buddy. If you just obey and you've never been to jail before, you a fucking sheep, dude. That's all I'm
I've been
saying.
in several
Oh
jails.
my God. Now you're speaking nonsense. Well, you've been
That's
speaking
That is
nonsense.
nonsense
dumb.
I
all night, but
agree,
that's
I've,
Go Knife.
absolute
That was
nonsense.
dumb.
excuse me, Golden Eyes. Bill, I've been in several jails. When I was an adolescent, my father showed me where he worked.
Right, NJ. So what do, man? You just obey? That's it? You
And
just
I
obey,
also
right?
visited
You
one when I
never
was a
break the
Cub
law?
Scout.
NJ, you never break the law, brother? You
And I've
never break
also
an
worked in
ordinance?
several jails across the state of
Right.
New Jersey.
Right. I know who you are. I know who you are, and I know what you do. You know? I
So what
know.
do I
You
do?
told
Go
us.
ahead, Bill. Tell
You
us. What
told
do I
us.
do?
You're into the rehab business. You are a freaking disgruntled. You can't drink anymore. You stopped drinking, and so everything is, I gotta just obey the whole fucking system because
Well,
I
that's
can't drink
great. A
anymore.
week ago yesterday, I had a beer. I can't drink anymore, huh?
Well, good for you. Thank God.
Well,
Do you know
Have
what
that
more of
shows you
them.
don't
metformin
really know
is?
him, then.
Have more of them, brother, please.
Do you know what metformin is?
It's for diabetes.
You betcha. It's a drug. And the thing it says on every bottle I get, do not consume alcohol.
The only reason I know that is because my ex-husband is a diabetic.
I got diagnosed quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I may be on the same path, brother. I may be on the same path. But you know what? I ain't gonna let this fucking piece of shit government tell me what to fucking do. I'm just telling you right now.
We know that. We've seen the result.
Yeah, I get fined. I go to jail. Man, it's all good, man. I ain't
Now
gonna
that
obey. I will not obey.
I mean,
You
regardless.
are obeying. You are obeying because you're not drinking driving anymore. You won't even have one drink and drive.
Well, that's
So
because.
you
Well, that's
so you
because.
are
Well,
obeying.
that's because I want to be free. I want to be a free man.
A
Yeah, so
peachy.
you're
You want to be a
obeying.
free man with no responsibility is basically what you're saying, because people who have responsibilities need to take the COVID test to go to work and wear masks to go
Oh,
to work,
give me a
wear
fucking
gloves
They
to go to
do.
work, and
They
some
do.
of us
If you
need
take
to do
that
that.
fucking test to go to work, you are fucking
Absolutely,
sheep. I'm just saying. You are a sheep. That's all I'm
okay.
saying.
Hey,
Yeah,
Golden
and
Eye,
Bill.
as,
But you're
as
also
long as
employed.
you don't have to pay for it, you do what you want.
It, I guess
And
so,
one,
right?
one other thing, the gentleman in the bottom left, I don't think you've introduced yourself. Good morning.
Hi, it's 357.
Good, good,
Two
good,
eighty.
good, good evening to me. I mean, well,
Yeah, it's
but
still evening for me too.
You on the other side of the planet?
yeah, kind of out in California. So yeah,
West Coast, not even midnight here yet.
no, no.
Yeah, it's 2:37 in the morning here.
Good
Hmm.
night, Be Real.
Can I be
Wait,
real?
is Billy still on the mic?
I'm still
Billy
here,
boy.
brother. I can see you, man. You can't
You
see
can
me. She told me to turn off my mic
no, you
or
can
my camera.
if
No,
you're not spitting food at us, you can open up your mic again. That's fine.
I'm done
no.
eating.
The,
All right.
the picture was better. The picture was better. I like the picture better. It was.
Okay, fine.
Oh, there we
Billy the Kid, isn't it?
No, I actually like to look at. You can open your mic, Bill.
go.
I mean, not your mic, but your camera.
No, I came in here to spread some love. I'll just, I love everybody.
Aw.
No, come on. I'm a big teddy bear. I love everyone. So I was trying to spread some love. Man, y'all crack me up. And,
I don't want to.
you
I
know,
don't want to throw any shade, but except for the mustache, I thought you were James Freeman.
Oh,
ooh, I mean, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
he changed his channel, right?
How many times?
He's doing fake news now.
It's called the
I did.
Fake News Network.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
He
Yeah, he did it
changes
about a
his
week ago.
style every other year or
It,
every other month. I
he's not
can't
caught
tell.
watching anymore.
I never subbed to him.
357. I greatly appreciate you supporting me in downtown Atlanta. I saw you. I've been looking at some of the chat while I was down there, and I saw you quite a bit. I greatly appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you were,
And
you were,
and,
I
and Golden
appreciate you.
Eyes.
You were quite the brave young lady for going out there.
Uh, man,
Yeah.
I tell you what, I forgot a lot of it until I'm going back to review the footage, and I can see why mo- most of you guys were yelling at me to go home or step back or
Yeah.
run.
mhm.
Run!
Yeah.
Yeah, I did spend quite a lot, many times running away. That's true. But
Hey,
Golden
Peachy.
Eyes,
Peachy, if I may, you know the most
Golden
dangerous
Eyes,
place to be in a protest, don't you?
Golden Eyes, and a lot of you guys were there. Thank Golden Eyes, you were there from the get go. Billy, 357, a bunch of you guys were. What's that, NJ?
You know the most dangerous place to be during a protest, don't you?
Probably where I was most of the time. Probably
No
the front
man's land
lines.
between the police and the protesters is the most dangerous place to be.
Yeah, that's where I was most of the time
Yeah.
between them. Yeah, I tried to have my escape. I tried to have a place to escape. I tried not to be where I was going to get run over or pushed down, and I got caught up a couple of times. But um, yeah, there was a couple of arrests that I filmed that I forgot. There was a lot of, it's amazing about videos going back and reviewing it because you just forget so much.
Yeah, one of my
Mm.
acquaintances here in New Jersey got caught up in a police line over in Asbury Park, and he almost got caught up in it.
Yeah, I had a feeling that that first night I was filming this little girl being arrested, and there was a cop that turned around with the shield, and it felt like he was going to come after me, and his supervisor, somebody, had told him to continue onward. So They did not like me filming people getting arrested at all. And they would scream and yell to get back. And I was already, quite a ways back.
Oh, that's what a good camera with a good zoom is all about.
Yeah, that's right. And they had that little girl in a headlock. A lady cop had her in a headlock for just a few seconds, and then let her go. They were continue walking down the sidewalk, but yeah, it was crazy. But man, I appreciated everyone that had my back. I can see I was laughing, like Wilma and Taryn and Taze and a lot of them. You guys, you don't know how much humor brings into the situation. So even if I had time to look at the chat and would chuckle or laugh a little bit, it's really a great thing with the humor. So people can call certain others trolls or whatnot, but you know what? Nah, I don't. I call them part of the family.
Oh, Taryn and Wilma are hilarious.
Well,
They're part.
they're
They're
part of the
they're
family.
part of my family, and I don't care who says what about them. I'll claim them. I'll claim them all day long. I'm sorry. What's that? 357?
No, I said no. I agree. They're part of the family. So
Yeah,
no.
absolutely. And
Joe Cool
yeah.
wants you to link him. He's gonna attempt to come up here again. Maybe his other phone is charged.
Oops, dead air.
Salty, you're going to have to
There
show
they
me.
are.
You're going to have to open the camera, Salty.
Starting to break up, Peachy.
Well, if Joe wants to jump in, I'll hop off if that'll make it easier.
Oh no, you can get up to 10 people up here now.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a bit hectic especially when you have a lot of strong personalities and everybody
Oh
wants to
Lord.
talk over one another. Oh God, it was crazy. I can't remember whose panel that was. Was it Jeff's? Yeah, it was Jeff. Oh my God, that was. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
see
could.
that right there.
Yeah.
We gotta see you eat on panel and be all nasty to these women, Bill. What the fuck? Have some respect, bro.
I'm only as
These women
nasty
don't
as
deserve to be treated the way you treat them.
I'm as nasty to them as they are me.
Golden Eyes doesn't deserve to be treated the way you treat her. You need to show women more respect. Don't be a Tammy Lili, bro. What the fuck?
Women. I love women.
Bill, I think it's more condescending, when you're doing sweetie pie and honey and sweetheart.
Oh, you said it was your fantasy.
Excuse me a minute, Peachy. You need to crack your whip again about the video.
Women don't want to be called. They busted us for independence in the workforce, Bill. They don't want to be called honey and hi and sweetie and all that other bullshit.
You mean sweet pea?
It's one thing if you're having an affair or you're fucking in a relationship with them and they allow you. Well, they don't want to be fucking called that live stream. Have some respect, bro.
What if I? Well,
some respect for these
Can I call you Big Balls?
Seriously.
I'm gonna call you Big Balls from now on. How about that?
Call me whatever the fuck you want. I got broad shoulders. I don't care. You call me Big Balls and I can call you Little Dick Bill. It's the same difference. However, you don't want to be called Little Dick Bill all night. Just like the women don't want to be called Sweetie and whatever the fuck you're calling them. And we don't want to watch you eat. Watching you eat is like watching a dude at a truck stop
can take that PC and shove it up your apple. You can take the PC and shove it up your apple. That's all I'm saying.
Not PC. It's being.
I'm not PC, Bill. I'm just telling you, I don't like the way you talk to these women. And somebody needs to stand up to your fucking redneck ass. You give rednecks and hillbillies a bad name.
It's not political correct. It's common.
Now, if you want to make some money, go sit on a fucking street corner and suck that dick.
Okay, Sweet Pea.
I'm sure there's 20 guys waiting.
Okay, Sweet Pete.
If I could go back in time and make your mom swallow, I would. But I don't have a time machine.
Okay, Sweet Pete.
357 Sig looks like he's going to lose it.
357, don't fall out of your chair.
Oh my God.
Okay, Sweet Pete.
Bill,
Like I said, Bill, nobody wants to watch you eat. That's like two
yeah,
retarded
can you
people having sex.
do
It's
your
not
Yeah,
great.
camera
your
again,
camera
please?
off, man.
And it ain't
Yeah,
recommended.
while you eat, please, Bill. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate
In
that.
fact, I'm gonna go ahead and leave because I got better things to do than talk to Sweet Pete.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right, have a good night.
Bye-bye. Have a good night, Peachy.
Yeah, okay, Bill. Yeah, I'll see you behind 7-Eleven. I'll see you behind 7-Eleven. You'll be jerking the homeless for cigarette money in a minute. No problem. Come on, man. I mean,
There he
enough
is.
is enough already.
Let's
Somebody
go,
needs to stand up to
baby.
Bill.
There he is. He's back.
Yes, Kenny, I was trying to make it up here before you left, Joe. Yeah, you was up there killing it, man. You're kind of quiet, but when you speak, you're good. I was gonna see if I can get some conversation out of you, man. And I'm gonna kick it off. What's
Me?
up, Salty Aqua? I'm sorry, Salty. 357 was good, baby. It's always good, right? Always a pleasure. And Peachy, you were right. This phone is charging now.
All right, good. Welcome back.
Thank you for that. NJ, let's
We need to get a
this shit
GoFundMe
off.
together so we can get Joe some camera equipment.
Don't
We
start.
need to get him a 360-degree
People hate
cam, a
me, right?
bulletproof
You know you're
vest,
gonna make people
a
hate me.
motorcycle helmet.
NJ.
And we got to put the word press on his back. So when the cops go to shoot him in the back, they're not just shooting a black man in the back, they're shooting a black auditor, a member of the press, the free press, in the back. So underneath the word
I
press,
don't think that
we got to
carry
have
no
a
weight,
bullseye
Salty.
for the cops to aim
I
at.
don't think that carry no weight. That's like shooting a black
man.
millionaire. That don't mean nothing.
Oh,
Like
man.
I said, when the cops shoot you in the back, they'll be shooting for the bullseye. It'll say
Damn.
press right above it, and they'll have a big red bullseye in the middle of your back. That's what
Right,
they aim for.
right.
All right. I officially spit my fucking drink out. That was. Thank you. Thank you for that.
The best part, you ran down your mother's leg.
That's an
Hey,
old one right there.
Joe, did you want to get some? Did you want to say some things that you didn't get to say earlier?
Well, I'm sure there's a million things. I recall none of them because, I'm high. I was smoking the entire time. But I did notice a theme. And Jay, you was on some obey, trust in the man shit. Do you really have that kind of faith in him? Do you have no desire to have something different to make that shit? Because a government is a government, but make it fucking righteous and work for the people? Or it appears that you have faith in them, and I am willing to go through what they have the way they say because I have faith in them.
Well, like they always say, if it works on paper, it's got to work. But since, what was it, 1783 up until recently, it's been working.
Okay, so you're satisfied with it. Okay, so understand
I'm
what?
not satisfied with the status quo.
Very good. I'm glad you corrected me. Thank you for that. You said it's been working. I don't want to mischaracterize you again. What did you say?
I said it works on paper since 1783. The trouble is, too many people are ignoring it.
Okay, all right. So it's working. I'm trying not to put words in your mouth. You're saying it's working.
Not as good as it should.
Not as good as it should. It's adequate. It's good enough. We should trust it and then go through it. Use it.
It's there. It's what we have. Until someone comes up with something better,
It's time.
that works better.
It's time now. This is where I'm going with this. Isn't it time now? You and me, if we're gonna have something better, isn't it just logical? We can't go through them. That's like going through the police to change their shit. That's insane. You're talking about go through the government to change the government.
They have a system set up already. Go through it. That seems insane on his head. How could that even be feasible, right?
Well, as a TV detective used to say, works for me, but
It doesn't work for me. I also wanted to say that. Understand this is where we fundamentally clash,
I have
fundamentally collide.
seen
I, I,
other
I'm sorry. I wanted to
people
say I am
besides
totally,
myself
yeah.
get what they need done
This is
within the
my point.
system.
This is my point. This system makes it easier for some and more difficult for others.
I'm not arguing that
Therefore,
point.
stop.
That's what
You
needs to
start to interrupt
change.
me a lot. You start to interrupt me a lot. That's why me and you will remain diametrically opposed. I am totally unsatisfied. I see this as my time to change. I think you recognize that. I think D-Ban recognized that. I think that's why cats like you, maybe not you per se, but cats who fit that mold, that's what they immediately want to tell you that Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros. They want to characterize all these peaceful protesters and white folks and niggas like me who don't really know shit about Black Lives Matter as Black Lives Matter movements. They're disruptors, blah, blah, blah. They don't want to recognize that the streets are full of motherfuckers nowadays that are dissatisfied. It must be a reason. They're in cognitive dissonance, right? There must be a reason this cannot be possible. The system is fine. It must be agitators. No, it's a lot of people like me. We're upset. And I think motherfuckers feel it. And I think folks are pushing the narrative really hard right now and unaware of it. I think everywhere I jump in, motherfuckers is talking that Black Lives Matters, this and that. That all that whole narrative is really heavy. I hope it's not my fucking imagination right now, but every fucking chat I hop in, motherfuckers is down and anybody trying to do some good, anybody trying to change the system. Motherfucker want to know why. If you go out there and try to do good nowadays, I go take a picture. Motherfucker want to know what job do you have? Where do you get your money? You know why they ask that question? It ain't got nothing to do with. They don't give a fuck about where my income comes from. I'm a fucking thorn in their side. Just obey.
The interesting thing that I have found recently is I went looking for some legislation that has supposedly been being written and or published at both the my state and federal level. And when I looked at the federal level, I noticed, wow, I have find 9 pieces of legislation that are there for reforming the police, and yet 2 of them are more recent. That's within the last few weeks, that will get nowhere because the president's already said he's going to veto them. And that they're both about qualified immunity. I said this earlier, but
They're both
wait a
about
minute,
getting
Joe.
rid of
Wait a minute.
qualified immunity.
Wait a minute. I'm
President's
not
already.
done yet. There
No, I'm
are
asking for
7 other pieces.
clarification.
There are
Is he
7 other
going to
pieces of
veto
federal
qualified
legislation.
immunity?
There are 7 other pieces of legislation, 5 of which have been around in excess of 5 years. They
Okay.
predate all of this protesting.
Okay.
And Congress has done nothing with them. That's what
He
I
said the
object to.
president is gonna said he's gonna veto them anyway, huh? Is that what you said?
The 2 about qualified immunity, yes.
Yes, the ones about qualified immunity. Wow. I hear you. I think you're adding to my argument there that this wagon wheel, this fucking hamster wheel, it never ends. You keep putting faith in it, you're gonna grow it and die. Here is our opportunity. If you're dissatisfied, NRM, that's why me and you are diametrically opposed. Look at me, I'm desperate. I see a chance, I'm grabbing it. And you're on the other side, hey, it's been working so far. Trust in it. I've never trusted in it. And now I have a chance to change this motherfucker and be clear. Any motherfucker listening, not bring it down. I love a lot of shit about this. These niggas were wise, but equality was fucking secondary, tertiary, even, right? That shit didn't matter much. You agree that equality shit? That's low on your totem pole as well, right? That shit ain't necessary. It ain't first. It ain't certainly primary. That equality shit can be put on the back burner, right? It's other shit more important, right?
At this point, no, because that's in the forefront. The interesting part about it is
that's
we went.
forefront 7 pieces of legislation. It's 350 billion of us.
Right,
We gonna
okay.
hang our hats on the possibility that these niggas gonna get it right. And the president just said he gonna veto 2 of them already. Leave that shit alone. It don't work. And you should stop pushing it on other motherfuckers and tell them
What
this is how
system
it
would you
should be.
replace it with then?
Very good. You know why it started? And I hate to fucking say this. It has to be just. If it's unjust, I'm unwilling to participate. No one can die. You can't do childish shit like say he committed a murder. Let's kill him. You can't do dumb shit. You know, no kids leading a fucking posse, right? None of that mob mentality. If fucking 90% believe gay people need to be locked up, we can't do
So
it.
you don't
Culture's
believe in the
immoral.
death penalty, Joe?
I think
You
it's
don't believe in the death
insane.
penalty?
At a time, I think it was necessary, absolutely.
Yeah.
But nowadays, when we have these modern prisons and we lock niggas up for weed for life and keep them away from other people, we do not have to stoop to that level anymore. And you can't kill them a thing with a thing, right? You can't fucking kill hate with hate. That's insane. You can't kill that fucking you can't get rid of the death penalty by killing people. That's just insane. Your actions speak louder than your words. Killing is wrong. And then you kill somebody. Who are you proving? What are you doing?
And you live in the killing capital of the world, or the United
Oh, I'm
States.
familiar. I'm very familiar with that shit, Peach, and that's the fucking truth. I'm way familiar, and the people around me, yeah, we're way too familiar with that shit.
You know what? How can you help a community like that? I mean, that's the biggest question. What can you? I
Uh,
mean, besides filming the police with accountability,
right.
how can you help with the really? You guys have more of a problem there than just the police. Man, you guys
I
are
would agree.
you're killing each other.
I would agree.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
I, I,
I would say we need to ask Kanye about that because he would have more. I think he would have so much more pull if he really got behind Chicago again.
I think
And
Kanye.
but a lot of people don't like him, and I get that.
I was gonna say I think Kanye could have and still can do a lot of good, but Kanye he got issues, man. His mind ain't his mind ain't ready for that shit, Joe. And until he fucking get that shit right, no, Chicago don't want him anyway. We don't want him. I
Yeah,
don't want
that's
that.
good. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't like him now, so
Yeah, but he's got that capability though, man.
yeah.
Honest citizen, if you're welcome to come back up. If you can open your camera up for a brief second, I would appreciate that. You might have connection issues though. I like honest citizen.
I like
Dennis,
honest,
I'd have
yeah.
to disagree with you with the nobody gets locked up for weed these days. That's a
Who
lie.
who gives a fuck? If they were so blind, they've been doing it all this time. Now suddenly I'm supposed to be like, hey, they corrected that, so leave it alone.
Well, no,
No,
weed's not legal in
no. I
every
wanted to
state.
say that
No.
indicates to me that there are other issues that we need to correct now as well. That weed ain't the only issue.
Yeah.
And just because they're getting it right now and all them niggas still in jail and shit, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make one point. I'm carrying on, Golden. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I would just wanted to say that I know like certain states it's still not legal, which I don't understand. I don't know why they just won't make it legally federally. I mean, legal
Yeah, that's
federal.
not going to happen
I know,
anytime.
right? And I'm sorry, I was going to say, and I know NJ has a fucking legal process where we can do it if you take your
Hey.
time and go through and file the proper paperwork. That's what I
It's
was
not going to
saying.
happen federally in our lifetimes. I can guarantee that. There's too much money to be had.
Actually, that's
What's
not
up,
true
baby?
either, Dennis. In
see you.
Arizona, you can get a year for a roach if they find a roach on your body, on your person, or in your car if you get pulled over.
Welcome, honest citizen.
If you get caught with a joint, you can get up to 10 years in prison in the state of Arizona.
That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my
So
God.
what do we do? NJ, what do we do?
It is
What
the
do we
most
do?
backwards state ever. They do have lax gun laws, though. That's a good thing.
What do we do, NJ? We can't wait another day, right? People are being persecuted for this now. Every day we wait is a day too long. What do we
You
do to
know what's
stop those
really
people
interesting?
from going to jail for that roach and for whatever else she said?
Oh, the state of Arizona, they're overflowing. Their jails and their prisons are overflowing.
What
It's
do we do,
ridiculous
NJ?
the
The
shit that they're in
system's
there for.
broken. Yeah, yeah.
What do we
60
do,
years
NJ?
ago, people were saying the same damn thing.
Agreed. So what do we do?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Agreed. So what do we do? We got to
You have
change
to
this, right? People are
organize.
being persecuted daily. What do we do?
Videotape it, give it to the news.
What you want to say is we go through the system and there's a way set up in the system. That
No, you're
news
saying
thing
that.
is
Did I
good.
say that? No.
No, you didn't. The news thing is sharp. It is good. It is wise. But it's a small thing, right? What else do we do?
Well, I don't know. NBC, CBS,
I mean,
ABC.
outside of the media, outside of giving it to the media, agreed. And that is wise. And we need to do that. What else? I'm thinking we hit these streets. We protest. We got to disengage something. I'm
Well,
thinking that way. What else
you've
do we
been
do
doing
besides
that.
the
You'll
news?
excuse me, but you've been doing that for what, about 8 weeks now?
No. We want to stay with you. What else do we do besides the news?
Organize yourselves, get your people elected into the positions where they can do something.
Go through the system. I knew we was going there. I
Well,
knew
what
it.
else have
You
you
were trying
got?
to avoid it, and you were trying to avoid it.
Well, guess what? You go into open rebellion. It's in the Constitution. Yeah, the president can declare martial law with open rebellion.
Are you telling me I can get smacked by mass if I disobey? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, let's put it
This
this
shit's
way.
gonna hurt.
I
I got to
didn't
go
write
into
the
this shit knowing that
Constitution.
it's
I
gonna
ain't
hurt.
that old. But there's a section in it that deals with rebellion. George
I know,
Washington
Master
dealt
will
with
hit
it.
you. If I yell at that cop, I can go to jail. Thank you very much. I knew that getting into this, and I've been fucking beat up a lot. This is worth getting beat up over. I'm getting fucking old. Fuck that pacifist bullshit.
But you love a good fight, though.
I do.
Well, all I can say is if you've got nothing to replace the system we got now, what are you
Agreed.
going to do?
Agreed. And I don't see nobody planning, and that's why motherfuckers is busting windows and setting on fires. And I'm glad that they stopped that. But that's because no one is planning. And
That kind of
NJ, as
thing.
long as motherfuckers do that, go through the system shit, that is not a plan. Go to the police, the police. You're delaying all the good people I could be recruiting out here by telling them that these people will save them, that the people who hurt them, who we complain against, are gonna save them. We save ourselves this time. Fuck putting our faith in them niggas. Here's an opportunity. Roll with me, NJ.
Well, you saw
Can I get on with this?
Grant, you saw what happened to Philly News now.
Yes, you're gonna get smacked by massa. Stop with the same fucking argument.
Then
Not
what?
Yes,
me.
this is gonna
Then
hurt,
what
right?
is
This
your
is gonna
solution?
hurt, NJ. This is gonna hurt. It's time, yeah. It's
Is your
gonna hurt.
solution complete anarchy and chaos?
Oh
No, but the
God, no.
people
Look
have the
at
right to
me.
put militias together to take the government back. That's also in the paperwork.
It
No, that's in the
is.
Declaration of Independence. It's not in the
If I tried to
Constitution.
go the
He said
regular route and I tried to take myself to this court system and try to get a public defender under a criminal case, I'm neglected to no public defender whatsoever. There's your due process.
Did you appeal it?
There's no due process. There is no form of redress in this current system. You know what? There is for the privileged, there is for the wealthy, there is for the connected, and I'm none of those. So I'm not happy with it. I'd rather see it burn
Joe Cool.
and something
Yeah,
come
Excuse me.
from
well,
the
guess
ass.
what? The
Hey,
house
excuse
you
me,
burn
Diver.
is your own.
Excuse me, guys. Bruce, can you show me your face, please? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dennis Spokes. There was a woman, her name was Patricia Spotted Crow. She was a Native American. She got 12 years in prison for $31 worth of pot. 12
So
years.
wrong. That's so wrong.
What
I
do we
see
do,
it is
baby?
very
What do we
heavy
do?
over in America with fines for
And
what
that
you
happened
do.
last year. That happened last year. That was in September of 2019.
And do you know
Well,
why
what do
that
we
happened?
do? That's so bad. Like if we kill someone over here, we only get about 15 to 20 years life.
It's your politicians that are doing it to you.
Yeah, it's what they're doing to us, that's for sure.
And by NJ's philosophy, we should go to the politicians to get that shit resolved. That's
Well,
insane.
that's
And
right.
I need you
But how
to
do we
see
get
that.
there?
And
That's
get rid of them and get your own people in office.
And
We've
that's
been
just
trying to
one
do that for
person.
how many years
It
Follow
now?
what
happens
they
all over
said,
the
follow what
country.
they did. We're not changing nothing, right? If I put my
No.
guy in there, he gonna do the same shit the last 5,000, 800 motherfuckers did. It had his job.
That's
They
right.
fucked it up too. That's
if I can
because it's set
interject,
up to fail, apparently.
NJ, I think
Good.
what Joe's saying is we're just going to perpetuate the same process, right?
We've been
Yep.
doing it all this time, and you're telling me you have faith in it, it works. And you also telling me it ain't worked yet forever. Niggas been saying this for 60 years, but this time it's gonna work. That's
How are
not
we going to do
logical.
it? It's got to do it between us, innit? We're the ones actually got to push it now. Now that we know what's going on, and somehow,
We
how do
have
we get
to
ourselves
do
out
it.
there?
That was well
Innit? How do we
said,
get
Bruce.
ourselves out
We
there?
have to push it. Right. It
Can
would
hear
not
me?
move itself, right? The
Okay.
system would not unfuck itself. Yes. We have to push it.
Push
And I
it
see
real good.
push it good, and I see opportunity. I see light right now in Jay. I need you to ride with me. You have a fabulous mind. I need you to come over here and use that shit to reform this system. And what we see it as working. I know you'd have great ideas if you would allow yourself to come up with your own ideas. They'd be better than what exists now. I guarantee you, you're smarter than them, you're wiser than them, your heart is better. But I shouldn't say. I was gonna say they have you tricked. That may be
In
some.
reality, my heart is failing me, but that's physical.
I got you.
Uh-huh.
But you are an asset. You are wise. You do have an issue. You believe. You have faith in those guys. And these
I
same
have
guys.
faith in the Constitution. I have no faith in politicians.
Then, if you have faith in the Constitution, you want to change this motherfucker. It is not our fucking right. It is our duty.
Yeah.
I see wrong. It is our duty to change it. And they do not mean follow, goddamn it, what exists, follow the king and go through his rules. Well, they would have done that. These niggas overthrew the king and set up something better. I ain't saying we even got to overthrow him, but we have to set up something better. Well,
Our government in the paperwork states that if the government oversteps its bounds, that it's up to the people to take it back.
Where in the
That's right. It
Constitution
says
does it
our
say
duty.
It is our duty to protect our neighbors. It is our duty to protect each other. Okay. And when an officer is about to beat the living shit out of somebody for absolutely no reason, and you just stand there, you're part of the problem too.
Agreed. Silence is consent. Is that what they're saying now?
And the problem with that is that John Q. Public will not step in because he doesn't want to get hit in the head either.
Massa will smack him. That's
Here I
why John,
stand.
when the Q Public will not step in. Massa will smack him down. Right? And that's the message you keep repeating. That's the message you keep coming around to. Do not try it. Massa hits hard. That cop will lock you up. You'll go to jail. You'll have a record. You'll lose your job. Massa will hurt you. That's all I hear when you say these things. It's the same argument. Massa will hurt you. And my response is, my response is, you have to put your mind in the mindset that we're gonna get hurt this time. You know, I'm there. We're gonna get hurt. I'm gonna lose mine. Right? The blood of Tree of Liberty, blood of tyrants, blood of patriots. Go ahead, Honest.
The tree of liberty must be replenished by the blood of patriots and tyrants on occasion.
Yes.
That's a
It's that time. Yes.
It is.
Well, the interesting part about it is,
I hope it's our time and hopefully our kids' time.
Oh, you know,
that'd be great. It's got to get past us. It's got to get there. You know, it's hard. I'm way over in Australia, and he's a lot different than what we are over there. To laws and everything.
Bruce. Something happened, right?
I'm with you anyway.
I know you are. I know you are. And as Americans, I think that we need to band together and take advantage. This opportunity hasn't come in my lifetime. If there was one time, I'm not going to trust the system to heal everything and get shit right, because it's never done it in my lifetime or in history. and I have an opportunity, I must jump at it.
Yeah.
Good night,
Yeah,
Dulcie.
definitely. We need you too. You know, like shit, we
And
need
I'm
I
gonna
you
hate
say
to
over
this,
say it,
fuck
but
too.
utopia is not on the horizon.
And it certainly won't be as if we don't change what we do, right? If we keep following the same shit, we can keep expecting the same results. We will
there.
not get utopia by doing the same shit it hasn't gotten it now. Let's do something radical. Let's do something different. And let's not be afraid of what might happen. We might get hurt if we try something radical. The sky might fall.
Well,
I'm not okay with the
Exactly.
and I
status
think
quo.
that's why it's so important with this protesting and to stand up because, men like this cancer survivor in Arizona who was arrested for oil, cannabis oil. He had it in
And
his
you can
car. He
sell
got
it
pulled
over
over.
counter. You know,
Cannabis
like
oil.
Right,
They
right.
even asked him if he had any drugs in the car. He handed it right over to him. He's like, "Look, I have cancer. This is the only thing I have."
He had confidence in the system.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so he handed it to the cop, and he went to prison.
yeah, so wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when you win an AK. I mean, I don't want
And
to
this just
say anything.
happened a little over a year ago. I mean, it's
I'm
ridiculous.
serious. I'm serious, and they wonder why shit happens and goes down in certain situations because shit like
Yes.
that, man. People are
Yes.
fed up.
I think anything else is a distraction, Peachy. When motherfuckers are
Yeah.
talking about the fucking welfare check of the illegal immigrants, I think all that shit is just a distraction from the obvious. This shit has to change. Stop talking about one thing. Let's do big things. We can't allow that shit to continue no fucking more. If motherfucking Peachy is ready to take up a shotgun because everybody's being violated so badly. I go back again. Maybe this is the time.
It's shameful, man. It's shameful to get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you go
Right.
live, the more of us on with your live has got proof of what's happening in front of your face.
Yes, here it
It's not
is,
gonna
right?
go.
With the internet, with COVID, this is a time that hasn't been possible before, where everybody can see what they want to see. It was strictly ABC and your 3 news channels and your newspapers controlling everything. You buy those, you bought the control of the people. Now I can not only go choose something what I want, I can make my own shit. And people do, and I can choose their shit. So here's an opportunity for us to speak with each other, what we want to say. And that has never been possible in the history of man, as far as I'm aware of.
No, it hasn't, because the computer world's taken over.
But yeah, so maybe here's a tool that we can use that will change this time. If we don't go after it, though, if we say the government will do it, have faith in them. Rule 37 says if you do this, it'll only take 4 years for you to get your day in court. If we do that, we may miss this opportunity. I am desperate.
Yeah. I am boiling with blood like you, Joe. Yep. We can see it. It's right in front of our faces.
Yes, I see it. They should have never showed me. I see it now. They should have
But
never
people
let me
don't
see
have the
that
courage.
shit.
They don't have the courage to do anything about it. It's all fucking talk. Talk.
Yeah.
Agreed, Peachy. Agreed.
And why? Because we're afraid.
Yes, because Massa will smack us. We will get hurt, and we know it. So stop telling me that shit. Start
I
telling
want to
me.
stand up. Did y'all not see me stand up to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds military and police officers? I want to stand up. I want to make that change. I don't know what else to do but to stand.
You need at least 100 people like us that's doing this in the computer world to walk the street, just walk the path, don't go over any boundaries, and have a lot of banners that people do see and say, I don't know what you can name it, and walk, what sort of walk.
Hey, check this out. I'm sorry to change the subject, but here's a perfect example of what I said. You see desperate. Someone's made a sock and says, I spank my own ass, fuck Black Lives Matter. That is meant to distract. They're desperate. They are afraid at any cost. Even the trolling has gotten bad. And I don't mean it's out of control. I mean, they suck at it now. They're just desperate, and it shows, right? Anything they'll say and do anything, keep it alive, burn, be distracted. They are afraid right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So afraid that they
What's going
won't
to
let
be
me
their
have a public
reaction when you
defender.
get violent?
Say again about the violent shit, NJ.
What is going to be their reaction when you get violent?
Again, Massa's gonna hit me. I realize that. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get violent. Massa has the bigger weapons. We get destroyed. Some crazy shit. I don't know, but I know. I know that I'm gonna get hurt. People are gonna die. Right? If they're gonna go that way, if I
How
have to
many
pull my
already
gun,
have in the weeks that we've been having all these protests?
very
Yeah,
good.
this is
Agreed.
different, isn't it? This is
And
Agreed.
has
If
it
I have to,
accomplished anything?
if I have to hurt someone, pull a gun or something, then yes, I'm prepared to fucking to I don't
Defend
know.
yourself.
But
Defend
the
I have
yourself
no
by what
masses,
you
choice.
find
It's
but the
time.
for.
majority's not behind you though, Joe.
I
That's the problem.
realize that. I understand that, man. I realize and I understand that the majority do not have my vision. And I try to make it happen every day, and that's why I might be mad at NJ because I think he's antithesis to that, antithetical to what I'm trying to do here.
Uh, uh, okay, again, I don't think you answered my question though. How can you help in your community with the
Very
gun
good,
with the gun violence?
very good. The
With
best
you're
way.
in your own community, not police violence, but citizens
No.
against citizens.
I got you. And the two best ways, I know this sounds insincere, but it's sincere. The two best ways things I can do is show through my actions. That's how people really learn, through actions,
By
right?
holding. Yeah.
And through my words, because I'm prevalent as fuck in my community. So I have to show that I'm a nonviolent dude, and I have to speak out, and not just on no gay shit. That was wrong. I have to be specific with my shit with these cats, and I'll be out there. I do that shit for hours on fucking in on these fucking corners.
But how
I
many
think
little
those are the best
kids?
two
But how
ways.
many little kids are around you? So right, yay. So it starts where? I mean,
Hey,
it
check
start.
out. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I got a video up. I can't think of the title. I'll have to find and send you the link. But I posted one of those vids. I try not to post people, but I told them when the police come around, call and all of that type of shit, and they called me a few times, blah blah. And one of those times I put on camera, and you'll get an idea of the shit that I do and how I talk to these people. Watch how we interact and what they think of me. That's more important, and you'll see how I move around in my community. I'm telling them about their rights, but through my actions I'm showing them that they have rights, how to show them, and they talk to me like they understand, and this is Joe's role in the
That's
community.
good.
This is what he does. They have confidence in me, dude. They
Yeah.
like, Joe, they calling for backup. I say they always do, and I sat my ass down
So how
and
can you
waited till
take
they
that to the
got
next
there.
level? How can you take that to the next
Very
level?
good, PG. I'm fucking loving you.
That's why we're probably got to meet together then.
Yes, we
Meet
have to
together.
come together, Bruce. I was going to say the same. I have to get as many people, recruit as many people as I possibly can, show them, tell them, and get them repeating that action. And
Yeah,
every
you're
time a
doing your
motherfucker
job.
tells me, don't do that, you're going to get hurt. It could be worse. Every time someone says that, I'm getting antsy.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
you got to pick the right crowd too. You don't want the
I
crowd that's going to become
I
violent.
saw a story. I don't know if this group came out of Minnesota or not, but it was a group of men or a group of people, mostly men, that came together, and the community started calling them to help solve problems, and they would call them instead of the police.
Yes, this is the true story. At my
Yes.
crib around here, these niggas come to my house before they call 911. Joe, there's someone overdosing in the alley. Before they call 911. One time there was a snowstorm and the motherfucker came to me, rang my doorbell. Joe, there's an owl out here. I'm like, so what is your point? But I come out there, there's a crowd of motherfuckers, and their answer was to go get Joe. So I'm telling you, I do work in my
Yeah.
community.
So what if there were 50 Joes?
Exactly, right? This is why it's so important. Everybody in the chat
Yes.
is as important as
And
me.
so instead of calling
Yeah.
you, why don't they call 5 or 10 of you and try to talk someone off that ledge, or talk someone
Yeah,
who's high down to where
agreed,
they're not
right?
going to be shot by the
Uh,
police or be taken to jail? Call
Yes,
call
that go
five or
back to
yeah.
what Bruce just said. We have to do this in numbers. It's
Yeah.
crucial.
But I'm telling you, there's a
Can you
group.
go
This
to
is
the
what
White House?
But this is what I'm saying.
To meet is the White House. If you get everyone together, is the best place to go a White House. Is that the most protected area?
Yes, that type of shit, yo. And you saw what the president did when they went around the White House. He shot them with pepper spray to go across the street and take a picture.
And that's when we point across it where. Yeah, and then we point across.
O'Connor. I don't know if you remember him, but in the '60s, there was some crazy motherfucker setting dogs on people and shit like that in the '60s, and we're going out there beating up women and all that. Paul O'Connor was one of the famous niggas for doing that shit. Those are those type of tactics. Our president wouldn't know that because he's not a big into reading and history and shit.
Right. Yeah.
But yes, those are those tactics right there. And for that matter, I shouldn't just condemn him. What's up, Kev? Any motherfucker who follows that philosophy is not paying attention to our past history. That's what turned the tide for us. That's when the world got involved, and it was reported in every other paper, and the pictures of the dogs attacking kids and women being sprayed with water hoses. And again, NJ, those people didn't have the power to win, but something spread and something changed. But they knew they didn't have the power. Massa had bigger guns then too. The odds were stacked against them too, but they moved.
Yeah, what's interesting, I just before this panel started, I was watching a documentary on PBS about the history of race relations and basically the history of basically the history of the black movement in the United States. And one of the things that did go on while I was seeing all those films of what you were just describing is the fact that the president at the time pushed legislation to change things.
He did, but here's the truth, NJ. He did that under pressure. Wait. Let me say
who was it?
He did that under pressure. And
who was it?
Wait. It was Kennedy. And Martin Luther King
went to him.
Wait, 1 second. And Martin Luther King went to him. And when it was time to do all them civil rights acts and for them to come through with him, and he tried to talk him out of it. He told him now is not the time. We must wait.
Kennedy was already dead when this was written.
What not your whatever piece of legislation you're talking about? These civil rights shit we're talking about presidents.
Was Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Okay,
a Texan,
thank you.
A white Texan.
Thank you. Kennedy is white also. It doesn't change what I'm saying here. You're telling me how president did whatever the fuck. When those civil rights shits was going on, Kennedy's presidential ass told him to wait. So I think your point was that in public, your guy knew LBJ said that shit. In private, do you know what type of nigga LBJ was?
I know perfectly what he was.
All right, you know he was a racist fuck, right?
But he did sign the legislation, didn't he?
I would take that as a yes. Under pressure, these niggas respond. Yes. I think that was my point with Kennedy.
And with money, I might say.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting because back then, I don't think there were any of your race, Joe, that were millionaires.
I don't know what your point is. Shit's gotten better. Shit gets better for massa. Shit gets better for the slave. If that's your point, I'll accept that. Yes, that's a given. Yes.
And the other side of it is there is no slavery per se now.
You are wrong.
Anyone
it's just
you
are wrong.
Yeah,
and you know what? It's past racial bounds now.
I won't talk
Every
anymore.
motherfucker on here is probably a slave.
Good morning. Excuse me.
South, I don't know how they do it overseas, but these niggas on this panels are slaves. That's what. It's just high tech slavery now, baby.
Well, depends what sort of slave it is too. You know, like slaves.
Exactly. It's changed forms. It didn't disappear. It changed forms. And you always part of fucking. I'm sorry to say this. You've always lived in the house. You don't realize it, but you just a house nigga. You live in the house.
Guess what?
You don't get
You're
shit.
lying.
You're cutting me
You don't
off.
know my life,
You're
Joe.
cutting me off. I am not saying I know your life. I'm trying to make a point.
You just did.
I'm trying to make a point.
I lived in a house all my life.
You go ahead and distract, because I know this is uncomfortable for you. So you proceed.
Why should I? You're telling my life. Tell my life.
Thank you. I'm saying you don't even recognize it. You're a house nigga. You live where shit's better, so you're gonna tell a field nigga, do not change. We got it good. We got good food here. You got clothes. How could it be better? That's all that's occurring. Yeah, and you could have gave me them 15 seconds to finish without interrupting me.
No, I had to cough, but that's all right.
No, I'm not talking about the cough. I'm talking about when you interrupted me earlier to say I was fucking narrating your life. I was trying to make a point that you are a slave, as are we.
Face it, those who have not experienced this shit, they'll never understand it.
I know.
They'll never understand it until their son is shot in front of them because he put his hands up, all right? Or until his best friend is taken down and shot in the fucking head like that what happened to me, dude. Bro, you don't know what's going on, bro.
That's what I was saying before. If you look in the chat way back in the top there, I had to get up on the panel to talk because I can't keep typing. It just gets to you.
I don't even try it. I just hop on panel.
You know what I was talking about on the chat anyway, Joe. You see, I was talking to you too. So, yeah. No,
Honest citizen, I want to hear more from you.
I know, right?
Citizen,
I know, right? I know. It's like he just holding it in.
I want to hear more what you had to say, honest citizen.
Yeah. Okay.
You're saying to put our own legislation into it? All right. You got the $10 billion it takes to become president?
Right.
Because apparently do you have the $10,000 to pay the fee even to go on the ballot?
Right.
No. The free people, us, we're supposed to be able to be voted into office. Yes. But apparently there's a family tree that's been the president. It's the same damn family tree. Agreed. And all these individuals who at one time wanted the black man under their foot, after the people started standing up to them physically, is when they went, oh shit.
Physically, you feel me?
And
all
that's
our
when
praying
the
and
changes
behaving
happened.
And talking never did nothing. Physically.
I sat here in my driveway with an officer sitting in my driveway for no reason whatsoever. You've seen my videos. I got tackled. I got attacked. I was targeted, and it says so in the Vilo videos that's on my channel. You can see it. You can hear it. It's all in plain English. So what did they do? They charged me to a crime that I don't have the opportunity to have a defense for because there's no jail time.
And let's be honest, you don't really have an opportunity for a defense. No one can afford a good lawyer, and that's the only person who's going to really argue your benefit. And a appointed lawyer is not going to do that shit for you. You have no form of redress unless you can put down a $15,000 deposit and then have another 15, 20 ready.
Well, luckily for me, I have a lawyer that actually took pity on me. He took $500 and he's my lawyer now. I pay him $100 a month till the rest of my life. But
and praise God for that. And that's and that is no redress in our government for our government.
And now I sit. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was gonna say there's no redress for our government and our government, which I'm sure is written in there somewhere that we must have an ability to redress. But what they do, the system that my man has so much confidence in, they find ways to take away all these rights and abilities, and they make rules for you to follow them to get what was naturally yours back. And
they call that technicalities.
Technicalities, tricknology, we call it around here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Technology.
Yeah.
Technology. Yes.
Right. So now I'm an American citizen, right? And at one time in my life, at 17 years old, the officers were going through me to get their qualifications with their handguns. I was the youngest range officer in Hernando County history. Okay,
they were expecting you to comply and be a good little boy. Once they probably found out that you did not agree with them, they took their abilities away.
And they gave my father the opportunity to put me in jail every year in October to extort my Social Security money out of me by January. If you look at my arrest history, everything, it's not until my father died that I become somewhat free. And then I'm sitting here trying to make a life for my daughters because they sat me down and said, hey, we know that you're dad. Go somewhere out from here because your family is trash. Wow. and make a life for us so that when we get old enough, we don't have to deal with that. So the first thing I did is I moved to Arkansas and I tried to go to college. Well, that was the beginning of the worst decision of my life.
Yeah.
God forbid a man in America tries to make something of himself, you know? Tries to
Nothing
do an
wrong,
honest
man.
thing.
Yo,
Yeah.
you must do it the proper way. You must even do that the way they want you to, motherfucker.
Yeah, hold on,
Exactly.
Joe. Why was it the biggest decision? Because it put you in debt?
No. I have the funding to go to college. I'm disabled. I'll have like Pell
Right, but you
Grants
said that
and
was the
funding.
worst
He
decision.
said that was the beginning of the
Oh
worst
yeah.
decision of my life.
Well, you see, I decided to go to Arkansas State University. I was on their property for like 4 months playing Pokemon at night because I have a bad back and my doctor says you need to walk. I don't take pain medicine. So I'm on their property for 4 months and these people talk to me and they're like, well, why don't you go to school? Why don't you come here? You know, we have this program, we have that program. So, all right, I start the program and I start to go in there. On the way home one night from the park, from the school, crossing the street, cop almost kills me and my girl running through a red light. Yeah. All I did was call them and be like, hey, there's an officer that might be groggy behind the wheel. You might want to take him off or give him some time to sleep or something like that. They had the offending officer call me, cursing me, telling me that he's going to make sure, damn sure, that I'm going to go to jail because I'm going to make a false police report and all this other shit. And after the threats and after all that, I bring it to my congressman because the FBI wouldn't talk to me, PD wouldn't talk to me, Sheriff's
They all in
Department
the
wouldn't talk
same
to me,
bag,
Bill
yeah.
Elliott wouldn't talk to me, nobody would talk to me.
Yeah.
And I finally get in front of my congressman and they said, yeah, come on up. We'll discuss the situation and we can see if we can either situate the situation or do something. I go there.
Hoping you didn't show.
I complain that I'm being threatened by an officer. So they turn it around and state that I threatened the officer. I end up in jail. Right? While I'm in jail, this officer calls the jail and says, put him in psych ward. Yeah, dude. That's when they put it. It's in the videos, all my videos right there. That's when they put me in a psych ward. If it wasn't for you people, I would have been in there for 48 hours. I was out of that in 12. All right. I even had officers
Again,
inside.
we just went back to Bruce. Numbers, and I think Peachy as well. Numbers, right?
That's it, mate. Exactly.
When I got popped for filming the cops, I was like, hey, the phone rang. I was live and I was still relatively new. I was like, are them phones ringing? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna put you in because I wouldn't give my name without a charge. We're gonna put you in as John Doe. You're gonna be in the county for 4 days, all of that bullshit. The next day I was like, when do I see the judge? Oh, don't worry, you're going home. These niggas up here, motherfucker, blew them up.
Right. So check this out. I'm on the campus like for a week after that, and since I had this guy call me and threaten me, I told the captain that I wanted the camera on the car and that I needed to be investigated because at this point I'm being threatened. Captain says, "Oh, hey, there's nothing wrong." Like 2 hours later, "Oh, I'm not going to do nothing." I'm at this Arkansas State University, and they have dedicated since 2012 their specific walkways to the public because they closed down half the roads that go through town. And I'm walking on a public walkway, and then the incident with the officer. And I try to explain to him in a calm and very sensible way that, you know, I'm not causing a crime. I'm not loitering. I'm not, you know, and he said, "Oh, Joe, you're not doing anything wrong. I just want your ID." And I'm like,
I know I
can't do that.
Yeah.
I tell him, look, if you think I committed a crime, if you have reasons to, I go over everything. I give this officer like so many opportunities
The
to do the right
rules.
thing. The rules, right. So what they do is they passe non grande, which means
Actually, sorry to butt in there. Is that rules or the law?
That would be rules. Because if I was honestly loitering, then they would have to present me with a piece of paper asking me to leave, you know, proper procedure. And instead of being able to give me a legal paper that says I am trespassed, they did a passe non grande. I might be saying that wrong, but basically it's within the school that says I'm not allowed on the property or I will be arrested. again, technically, I can't go in front of a judge to fight this.
If anyone now is thinking, well, just give them your ID and you could avoid it that. Well, just do this.
Why? So my kid could do it? Why? So that could happen to your kid? Why? So that could happen to your mom? Why? So that can happen to your uncle?
This is what we want together. This is what we want together to show what's wrong, what's happening out there.
And y'all seen my latest videos. Y'all seen what I did. I don't back down from these people.
Good on you, mate.
I don't. Because of the fact of the matter is, Joe has a family. I have a family. Dear Bruce, you have a family. Peachy, you have a hell of a family.
That's for everyone who's saying, I have a family, I have a kids, I have a job, I have something to lose. We all do.
So then let me put my life on the line to save you and yours then. Fine, let's do it. Let's do it.
That's right.
Criticize the way I do it when I do it, right? Because you won't get up there and go out there with me. So don't criticize me, man. Give me your blessing.
What? No, dude, Joe, I love you, bro.
Nigga, not you. I'm talking about in general. If I'm gonna do that shit, I'm gonna put myself on the line for you and yours, right? That's a big thing that you just said.
It is.
And so please don't criticize
the
way.
It's so small to stand your ground peacefully.
It is. So why, if I'm doing it, I'm helping him as well. So please don't do the sheeple thing and tell me, just comply, blah, all of that shit, because I'm helping yours too.
Yeah, I've seen videos of people just complying and get shot in the back.
Or they perpetuate the shit. You had a good point. Their children can just comply, and their children, and then eventually they're giving over their papers before they can go to work in the next day and travel to fucking Chicago to fucking DC. You got to cross 18 checkpoints, and it was all logical because some bad guy could have been on that road. He could hurt your children.
Oh, they're the punk cops that have to be taken off the force, the ones that do that sort of shit.
That's just the beginning. These niggas have to be made examples of. Certainly
they need to be accountable. Qualified immunity and all this overfunding of the police officers. I'm not saying to defund the police completely. They need money to work.
Yes,
but I do believe that this not unable. What did I just say? What are the cops got? Qualified immunity. What the fuck? We just had that in what was it? 1982. That was established. Why?
No, long time
1982.
ago.
1982. It was established, brother.
No.
That was when this qualified immunity first came up for judges, for lawyers, for police. Look it up, man. Look it up. This is a brand new thing. This is not older than 30 years old.
And I also think that they should get psychologically evaluated at least every 3 months. Right now, it's only required that they fire their firearm.
I would agree.
Anytime they have an incident.
I think they should get psychological training every 3 months too, right? Because when they're called to my crib and they have to become a marriage counselor between me and my wife, I can't have them say, "Oh shit, she's within 12 feet of me. Get your hand out of your pocket," and then go to court for killing her and get clear. I can't have that occur. I need these guys to be
better training practices, like how to deal with people, social interaction.
Yes, they need that every 3 months as well.
And what about them safety checks where they come to your house? Oh, we got to call this. Someone might be hurting your house. We got to do a quality control thing.
Yes,
well,
I suggest you sit your ass outside and watch.
The EMS should be there. Then they show up. The police can show up, but the EMS should be there too.
It's amazing to me that companies
they should be there first or alone.
Companies who deal with the public go through more training on customer service and how to deal with humans on a regular basis, more training than police officers do. And they face the public, they're in the public eye, and they have so much more responsibility. It's I don't get it.
Yes. Yes, I think people blindly give the police too much motherfucking leeway because this bullshit that they protect us and they deserve to be cherished shit has gone too far. People translate into that, don't ask the questions, don't ask questions of them. That's what they hear. Don't question them. And that leads to the no transparency shit that we're talking about. That leads to their ability to abuse the system. In my opinion, they need to be held to a higher standard than we are.
I mean, no doubt that their jobs are stressful. So in my opinion, I think that they should definitely get some psychological
Definitely,
help
yeah.
while they're
Now you
on
know
the
what the
job.
FBI is doing. You know what recently what the FBI is doing with people like ourselves who come together as a group who try to make best of the situation, right? We're considered terrorists, and I'm seeing people I'm
Yes.
seeing people getting arrested for posting "I feel this way."
We are not that guy.
I'm seeing things getting taken down off Facebook. I'm watching the government try to censor the American people from their opinion. That's what I'm seeing. And now because we're in this chat, because we're all in this chat, now we're all terrorists. That's what their reasoning is. When all we want is peace. When all we want is for me to be able to walk up to a cop and be like, "Hey, how are you today?"
Exactly,
Okay?
right. I'd retire. If I get 10 of those in a row, honest, I'd retire. For real. If I get a cop 10 of those, then I'm happy. The reason I'm out here is because I totally cannot have that. I can't have him say, "Get off my corner." Before I knew any better, I would accept that. And now that my eyes have been open, I am in fucking flames. I'm furious. I can't let you do that to me again ever. That's clear. But I can't even allow you to do it to anyone else again ever. We have to begin there. So I realized, I'm new in the cop watching shit. I'm new in this change the world business. I used to go through the system. NJ, I've been down to my state capital 4 times with busloads of niggas. I've been written all about in newspaper. I was voted one of the 20 most young activists in the country. So I went through that system. I've been in internal affairs, all of that shit. And I've become I don't think they fucking work, man.
Come on now. Did you see that comment? Did you see that comment? I guess that was based on, I don't want any more terrorists throwing shit into planes and towers. Well, tell Bush to stop it.
Tell Bush to cut it out.
Tell the government to stop it. We don't need a war. We don't want to go to war with the people in the Middle East. And what did they do? Oh, we lost how many billions of dollars? Boom, towers go down. We forgot about that.
And look, and even if you are one of the cats who believe in the system and follow the system,
and I believed in it. I am one of them. If you look at my earlier videos, I have been trying to advocate for good officers. I post good officers on my site as much as I possibly can. They're just so far and few between, and none of them want to be shown because then they end up losing their jobs, like the officers who said that we need to uphold the Constitution, like the cop.
Yeah, they speak out. Next thing you know, they've lost their
fired.
job.
They've lost their job. They're blackballed. They're not allowed to get a job nowhere. They're considered domestic terrorists. All this crazy shit. I thought they weren't allowed to use the military against the American populace.
Oh, they find ways around everything. You can only be tried once.
Well, technically, us the people need to take this shit back at this point.
You can only be tried once. That's the law. Bullshit. You can be tried on the state level, federal level, and civilly. There's 3 different ways you can be tried right there. Found guilty, not guilty, guilty. They find ways around this shit, and people
look what they did to Eric. Look what they did to Eric. They stacked it all together just so that one would be all right, and then he's guilty. They stacked the charges. That was bullshit. How are you going to stack charges like that? Because he's guilty of 1 of the 3. He goes, what the fuck is this?
So yes, before he's even been to trial for these things, he was guilty of these things before he even went to trial. You can tell by the treatment, by them arresting him the day he get out, type of shit. He was already his fate was still.
All right, and then you have Otto. Otto was simply trying to get to court. That's all he was trying to do. He was trying to go to court. So what they do? They trapped his ass right there. Just so. Technicality again. You got Freeman. He was at Walmart. Oh, is that a gun? That was stupid as hell. I couldn't believe that officer said that's a fucking camera guy.
But I wanted to say earlier, here's one of the points that I had lost. If you really believe in this system, and if you really believe that motherfuckers should be able to voice their opinion, and we need that, even if the motherfuckers saying I hate gays, fags, and niggers, he needs a place to do that. You can't do it in my crib. You do it around me, you're probably gonna get smacked type of shit. but
Straight
you
up.
need a place to do that. So even if you're a follower of the system, you still should agree, right, that me and Honest and everyone up here has the ability, not the ability, the right to go out there and try to change the system, do our best we can, as long as we're not hurting anyone. And when we are demonized, you need to get behind us and say, y'all cannot do that to them. Even your system is failing with that shit.
And for taking a stance, you guys, I'm probably gonna go bye-bye for 5 years because I take a stance. Because I try, and you know what? Take my life, put me in jail. So long as I know that in my heart I did what was right and lawful, you can't take my soul from me.
And Honest, you got a motherfucker who appreciates that, right? You got a motherfucker who sees that. People are gonna tell you that you fucked up and you're a lousy guy because you got a record now and you're in jail now. You must be evil. You've been deemed so. No, you got a guy. You got a
Right.
guy who sees and appreciates that you said I must take a stand now, right
Well, you
now,
know what,
not
Joe?
tomorrow, not because I got
Not
too
to,
much to risk. My job, I just got a new job. No, you said
yeah.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to do that.
Well, Joe, I like to try. I like to try to follow your lead. There was a lady that was stabbed. I patched her up. There's a dude that got pistol whipped. I patched him up. Dude got shot. I fucking saved his life until the medics got there and they lost him. Bro,
Yes.
I'm the person that the cops honestly asked me, why are these people going to you? And it's like they trust me.
That was dope. They trust
They
me.
trust me.
Hey, and listen, let me expound on that. Why do I not go to the cops, right? I have the ability. I pay taxes and paid enough into these niggas. I should be, and I feel like I'm able to call them and all of that shit, but I don't because I don't trust them. It's not that I have an inability. I cannot do it. No, I just don't trust them. I don't even file complaints on the officers I interact with, because I don't want to put them in that shitty system. I feel like a bad guy. You know, if I had another way to do it, but putting them in there, it's evil.
Right.
I don't
So what do we
even
do?
want to go
NJ.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now. It's Harlaw versus Fitzgerald, 457 U.S. 800, 1982. Supreme Court held the federal government officials are entitled to qualified immunity. So it was 1982.
I do look these things up, guys. I promise.
I don't know that the year mattered anyway. I didn't see the purpose
It
of
was
the year
38
anyway.
years ago.
Yeah,
That's
try
not a law. That's
Pearson
not
versus Ray.
New Jersey, look his
1967.
own shit up. I do believe whoever read that said upheld, which would mean it existed before. I could be wrong. I wasn't sure I heard that. But I think he said upholds that he's entitled to qualified immunity, meaning it does pre-exist, if he said that word.
I just posted
Joe
the
Cool,
other
no,
case.
I said the Supreme Court held.
Held. That what you said, so Scott? Okay.
How about
Held that the federal
1967?
government officials are entitled to qualified immunity.
They held. It sounds like it was pre-existing. New Jersey, what's the ruling you're talking about?
I posted it in the private chat.
I'm not looking at link. Could you give me a short version, please? So I can be lazy, please.
I don't read everything I find.
Now, why post it to me, nigga, if you ain't read it?
Which one?
You want the quotes? I'll give you the
put
quotes.
it in the private chat.
Yes, I do. I'm damn near begging you for them at this point. Oh, I thought you said quotes. Maybe you misheard you. I thought you was finna follow with some of the bullet points or something from the ruling.
I don't have that.
All right. I thought you posted it for a reason. Why'd you post it?
You guys asked, when did
Don't
it
be mad.
exist?
Don't get
When was
angry.
it created? I'm trying to help. If you don't want
Yeah,
the help,
okay.
good morning.
I do. Why'd you post it? Because that's when it was created. New Jersey, I think you're asleep. I'm sorry. I think
I'm
you're
not
getting
asleep.
angry.
I'm just
I
not going
shouldn't
to
have said
answer
that.
when I
I'm
get
sorry.
walked over.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I think that you are a little uptight right now. I think that you're getting angry when I'm just asking you
Yeah,
something.
because every time I try to say something, you bulldoze or someone else bulldozes. So I just remain silent.
Okay, I'll turn my on mute.
I'll restate the question because you're acting like a child. Why'd you post that link? It was to dispute socially awkward's contention that it was from '82, correct?
The case he cited was from 82. I'm citing a different case.
I'm reading it right now. Qualified immunity is a special protection for government officials the Supreme Court created in 1982 as an act of judicial policy making. By default, all government officials are immune for liability if they violate your rights.
Thank you for reading the quote, socially awkward, as opposed to just posting something and saying, go look for it. That your answer means
Is
that
that
right there.
a quote of a judge in a case, or is that some scholarly opinion?
That is from the website of, let me look, make sure.
Yeah, it's a scholarly opinion, maybe.
No, it's not an opinion.
It sounds fucking like a quote to me. It sounds like verbatim from a ruling, regardless
it's from
of
Cornell. It's from cornelllaw.edu.
What you call them? A fucking spectator or whatever you said. So does that change anything? Yes. Okay. I'm not sure about why the year is so important. I think that New Jersey, you do shit like that as a reflex. That's how you protect your world, your system, your environment. You know, you're one of those guys who.
So you
see,
reject
oh,
us,
now
so I
you want to
remain
speak.
silent.
I'm sorry. Now you want to speak. You're one of those guys that when the motherfuckers is on the knee of the George Floyd, you're one of those guys that say, "Well, I want to know what happened in the tape before," and you don't even know why you say that. It's because you don't want that to be true. What you just saw. You don't want it to be true. You got to change it because you see that can change your world. Your world is not right. There must be a reason.
Well, then go change it, Joe.
Joe Cole, I can give you a short synopsis of what he just posted.
Okay, beautiful. Baby.
Okay, it's based off a Yale paper. It's called A Short History of the Right to Petition Government for the Redress of Grievances.
Oh, I love the title.
Yes, the brief synopsis is, in colonial America, the right of citizens to petition their assemblies was an affirmative remedial right which required governmental hearing and response. Because each petition commanded legislative consideration, citizens, in large part, controlled legislative agendas. This original theory and practice of petitioning foundered when abolitionists flooded Congress with the petitions during the debates over slavery. As a result, the right of petition was collapsed into the right of free speech and expression, a definitional narrowing which persists to this day. You actually might want to go read this. This is
I do. Bad. Now shit.
Yeah, with that guy.
I can inundate you with all kinds of documents on both sides of the argument.
Yeah, there's plenty out there.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send the link to you.
Yes, thank you, baby.
So you don't
Thank
have to
you
worry about seeing it.
It's in the private chat. Just go look.
Yes. Yes.
Got dozens of documents on qualified immunity too.
Hey, and Jay, I'm curious, and I know I've been on you all night, but I want to say this. What you see me as attacking you, I hope one day you see this. That nigga loved me, and that was the best shit that ever happened to me in my life. And even if you don't change, know that my motivations are because I think that that philosophy hurts you and it makes you hurt others. And I
True
feel
to be
like I
real.
must get you out of it. It's not because I dislike you or anything personal or nothing like that. It's because I care about you enough, or I need you to become a better person. And I need you in the community because you're smart and you have that opposing point of view. So until and if, even if it doesn't change, I need that. So I have
That's
no
right.
reason to fucking attack you.
Yeah, that's right. Joe's like that. I can vouch for it.
Thank you for that.
At
Thank you
the
for
end,
that.
he's there. He's always
Thank
Well,
you for
behind
that.
you.
I talk
I
about you in
know
your
when I'm in an
absence,
echo
bro.
chamber, and I just
I talk about
don't
you in your
create an
absence,
echo.
NJ. I do. When you're not even around, I talk about yes, NJ would say something wise there. I do. That's the truth.
Yeah. Now, NJ, we can't say anything now.
Okay, I just emailed that to you.
Thank you. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. I'll look at it now.
Queensland Cop Watch. I've seen you put a new one up, mate. I haven't looked at it yet. Queensland Cop Watch. Is that a video of a police? I'll have to have a look at that later.
Queensland, I wonder if I even saw it. Oh, shit.
He's trying. We're trying to follow you Americans and what you do. So it's harder here for us. We've got to really watch our backs.
I want to see, and I don't. Over there in Europe, I see cop watchers. I see cats trying, and they follow us more than we follow them. You guys follow us more, and I'd like to watch you more, but I just don't see it, man. I wish there were more of you, or maybe you can direct me in the right place.
Yep.
I'd like to reciprocate, man.
It's very. There's a few of us like what's his name? None of your business. He's doing all right.
I think I've seen him. I think I've seen something.
Yeah. Up here, it's very closed in. You can't even get inside a cop shop.
See, I need to see that, right? And the world needs to see that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. I also think that when motherfuckers do that, all these arguments that I hear from these trolls, they are becoming more and more transparent to me now. And it's not that they intentions, not all of them are so evil. They just they don't even know why they do it. They just been programmed that these are the fucking things you say when you hear this. When you hear a motherfucker say that, you say you don't allow free speech. It's because their shit feels threatened.
Yeah.
And their arguments are I want to say weak, but they're not just weak. They're someone else came up with them for them. You know, their moms, they've been hearing this from their uncles, from their community. They haven't put no thought into that shit.
That's right.
They are really weak arguments.
Yeah, they don't know what's going out on the world there.
No, but they parrot something that has no substance.
If they do, they're just fucking trolls and fuckwits.
I don't think they're fuckwits. I think that they have a cognitive dissonance. I think they have an inability to face the truth or desire not to, an unwillingness. They have a stake in what's at play now. They think I can't have this nigga coming in from outside, turning my world upside, topside, turvy. And what they do is they say things like your background, you've been arrested. Do you have a job? Why you out there? Ain't you got nothing better to do? They don't even know why they say shit like that, and they do it in chat as well. Yes,
that's right.
And we
exactly.
become their
That's
enemy. Someone was on here a little while ago. Honest was talking about, and we become their enemy because we threaten their stability, what they're used to. Blah 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 blah. They've never taken 2 seconds to ask why. Right? Is that shit reasonable? Is that shit logical? And like someone else said, until it happens to a family member, their brother, or sister, their daughter, it seems like you can't crack that fucking cognitive dissonance. I hate to keep using the same fucking word. But if you know the definition of it, it is the perfect word. It by definition, it means that if you crack through, it will damage them. It will damage their psyche. So they cannot allow themselves to even think about it. And every time you tell them, hey, think about this, they're going to get angrier and angrier. Stop that.
Can I just go to Queensland Cop Watch? Yes, a lot of my scribers need to unscribe me and then rescribe. If you want to catch my live streams, people aren't having constant issues with notifications. I got your notification, Queensland Cockwatch. I think it happens to some people, and then it goes to their email, and you got to open your email to.
Maybe I get them my email. I got fucking looked at my shit on this phone. I got 73 fucking recent emails. I get nothing over my phone and YouTube and shit. It don't happen on my regular phone.
Yeah, my regular phone it comes up with a beep, but I don't use my phone. I use me.
I don't get
laptop.
that beep. I see other people. I was with Blue. Her shit would beep every time somebody shit pop up. My shit never did that shit. And some people like Joan. Some people I have to type them in. I got the bell and everything set, and I just would not get notifications from them. Man, a lot. I'm sorry, so you can go there.
It's a YouTube thing because I've been doing the same thing. I'll go in and I'll see that I'm not subbed to Joan anymore or to Jeff, and I have to go back and resub. It's ridiculous.
I resubbed 3 times.
Some people are getting their subs taken away too. I mean, it didn't happen to me, but I guess people with more than 1,000, I'm assuming they got like a lot of their subs taken away, or they refuse to believe no one likes them anymore. So
I'm sorry. We're not saying anything when they're going there, Golden.
Golden, I hear that everybody's shit ticks up and ticks down a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, one week they love you, next week they hate you. So, I mean, it is what it is. You say something to piss somebody off eventually. Can't make everyone happy.
And I agree. And this is some boastful shit, but I would not know if I lost 400 last night. I wouldn't know, man. I got a lot, and I don't pay attention to them. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't even notice it until I go look to see if I had a video up, and I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yes. You know when I know mine. It's when people text me. I get people saying, congrats on the 15K, congrats on 16K, congrats on 17. That's how I know when I start checking, then it'll die off and someone will be like, congrats, Joe. You're like, what happened? Nigga, you got 17.5. I was like, oh, thank
you. Oh my God. See, I haven't even reached 500 yet, and everybody's all getting excited over 1,000. I'm like, oh, well.
Yes. I haven't even... One of my friends got 1,000.
I'm not on that level.
One of my buddies got 1,000 recently. Everybody made a big deal about it, and got into an argument with 2 people, and they kept resubbing and
unsubbing. Oh shit!
That's funny.
It's like sometimes I go to people and I go to their channel and I go to myself, oh, I'm sure I subbed them. So yeah, whether I'm getting unsubbed as well. Yeah, come to think of it.
Yes. I think for those smaller numbers, yes.
Promoting other people's channels all the time, but that's all right. It's not that big.
Yeah, good to promote people that are doing something anyway.
Yeah, who was it that?
I know 17,000 people up, right?
I think it's important to go on other people's panels and talk and kind of share the love, you know.
I agree, man. I hang out in them tiny rooms. I prefer them, actually, man. You know, people I fuck with is in fucking England and in Australia and fucking is that Korea, Taiwan? I don't even know where the fuck these people at. But it's because they're up at different hours and just regular cats, man. Yeah, that's I dig that shit. What do y'all feel about these share channels? In some ways they're good, and in some ways I see people that's over there.
What do you mean share channels?
I mean where you go there and all they talk about is yes, everybody share out so and so. Share me to your friends. Tell your friends to come see me. But if I do that, they're just gonna see you saying, tell your friends to come see me. Everybody build your subs up. I don't know. Maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing when you're smaller. Maybe I'm overlooking the obvious here or something. But I feel like I'm not gonna send my friends. I'm sorry. And if my friends are at 900 and something, they need it. It's a good idea. But otherwise, no, I think my friend is going to ask me, Joe, why are you wasting my time? Fuck, if I needed some subs, I'd ask you, man.
Well, I like the fact, like, when I mean, I don't know if anybody realizes this, but I was told that I was the first one to do a takeover show.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So, and it was just just for I noticed that other people started doing it, and which is cool. I think that's awesome because emo started doing it, and then NNE did it.
That's why I saw that.
Yeah. And so, but my
yeah, we're pretty close to
I think that's the problem because I noticed that some people have an issue with that. It's like they think that they're using, like, let's say, NNE to build his channel, or El Sancho to build his channel, and El Sancho with his Sancho Sundays. He built his channel. He got his 1,000 subs, and all of a sudden they have a falling out, and he doesn't need him anymore. But now
I've got channel. Who got 1,000 and fell out with who?
NNE got 1,000 subs, so now he's monetized, or he's going to be monetized.
And Sancho helped him get there?
Yeah.
Is that what's up? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, QLD.
Here's something I haven't looked through at the moment. I've had it all day. I'll put it in private chat. It's something to look at if people want to look at it. I don't know if they're still peachy or not. You can have a look at that later. And Joe, it's sent to me by a friend. I got a thing, saying you put something up, and it actually sounds like a young
guy. I'm not gonna bullshit you, Joe. I'm a lazy fuck. I'm high as hell, and I'm not that technical. I won't be going over there poking on it. But if it's important, why don't you convince Peachy to play it if you really think it's important?
Oh, well, I haven't gone right through it, so
please don't pull an NJ and post something. Hey, here's a video, and don't even say or know what the fuck it is.
No, I did say to Peachy to have a look at it before she has a look. I did say to Peachy,
you have a look before you post something to her.
I will, yeah, righto. Yep.
Yeah, I can share my screen, but I can't.
Yeah,
I
this fellow won't mind it shared.
Peachy, of course.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I must be messing you up.
Mate. No, I should have done it. Yeah, I should have looked through it. It makes it a lot easier. And if it's not worth looking at, I won't put it up then. That's
right.
logical.
I'm making it sound like, now I'm thinking, I make it sound like you just like, here's a random bit. I have to assume that maybe you know the author or something that made you post it. Maybe I should just say that. And the same for you, Jay. I shouldn't assume you threw something random up there either. And that's how it makes it sound.
If anyone's interested.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
In the private chat, I posted a scholarly article on qualified immunity.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send it to him.
I'm about to say, I'm lazy, Jay. I was about to go into that shit again.
All right, I'm going to say.
I tend to ignore ad hominem, Joe.
Yeah, I love that word too, Jay. Thank you for ignoring my ad hominem attacks.
I fell asleep, guys, for I think a few minutes, so I apologize.
I'm yawning over here too. Not even gonna lie.
It's 4
here on the East Coast.
Okay, so it's probably 3 here. Then I think I'm out, and you Peach.
You guys have any final thoughts, Bruce?
No, I'm glad that I want to say this. Yes, I believe in God. I believe in the universe, whatever you want to call them. And I try to watch for signs and symbols. And I think he wanted me to sit back and watch and not jump on, because I never do that. If I hop in, I hop on because I don't want to type. I hop right on, and I'm a social cat. It was priceless. I'm so glad that I came here tonight. I feel like I got to know people who I already know. I think I know them very well. I got to know them even better. This was just fucking absolutely great. It was absolutely fabulous. And I thank everybody for showing up there. Y'all really made my night tonight.
Thank you, Joe. Bruce, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I just hope everyone stays safe out there and take it easy, because there's a lot of bad things out there, and our time's not up. So see us each other tomorrow or next day after.
That's right.
Love
I
you,
appreciate
baby.
you joining us, Bruce. Golden.
Again, I just wish everybody peace and love.
Aww. NJ Diver.
Reality bites. You just got to watch out how big a chunk.
Hey, Peachy, here's the good one. So it's socially awkward. Do you have a thought?
Good finish.
I do. And let me just say this. I'm looking at more information about this qualified immunity. In 1967, it was called modest exception.
Modest
They
exception.
renamed it in 1982 for qualified immunity, where they expanded it. So
say
it
that
just depends on how you want.
Modest
It
exception.
just depends on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, well, qualified immunity, I think by definition, we'd have to go with the 82 shit. But I'm interested in the origin. Modest exception. I think that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Modest
Yeah, in
exception.
1967.
And thank you for taking the time to look that up and tell us that.
Thank you.
All right.
Harrison versus Ray, right?
We basically
Yeah,
gave
I
it
subscribe to
It's been a blessing.
social. I think I've subscribed to a few people in here tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Meet you all that I haven't met.
Yeah, yes, Queensland Cop Watch. Are you just getting here?
He's been here for about half an hour. He's really good. If you can take a look at some of his vids, he's just starting out. It's pretty hard for us over here to video people. It's really tight. So to do what he's doing is good. You know, he's taking a gamble and he's taking his risk. And some people don't like what he's taken. Up their ass. At least he's out there freaking doing something and trying to get words in people's ears. So good on you,
Yeah.
Queensland Cop Watch.
Yeah. Honest Citizen, you're welcome on my panel anytime. I appreciate everyone. Kelly, 357, Save the Humans, Queensland Cop Watch. Yeah, I know Queensland Cop Watch.
Hey,
Taze.
Peachy.
Yes.
Can I say one more thing to NJ Driver real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I found that thesis from the Cop Watch, and I've been reading it.
You mean the one from the police lieutenant?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not even halfway through it because between family problems and everything else, I haven't had time to read much of anything. But did you look up a case of saucer versus cats? SAUCIER versus KATZ. Reading here that's where they set up the qualified immunity.
Yeah, I'll look more into the qualified immunity. But like I said, I heard you talking about that thesis, and I finally looked it up, and I sent it to one of my family members who is a retired lawyer, and I'm looking to talk to him later about it. It was very interesting when I started reading it. It's 196 pages, I believe.
198.
Yeah, and I'm about 60 pages in.
Yeah, I used to read a lot until I got involved in YouTube, and I'm talking about books, not just reading on the internet, reading offline. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, NJ, I wasn't trying to be defensive with you. I'm trying to learn like everybody else.
No, I appreciate that. It's just the condescending attitude that Joe Cool gets when he gets heated, and the ad hominem that he throws. I got heated myself at that point. I shouldn't have, but
late.
Yeah.
No, it's only 4:15 here.
Yeah.
And I've been up since 8 o'clock yesterday morning.
Oh yeah,
I'm on the East Coast as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a 26-hour the other night myself.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Real quick, Socially Awkward, are you on Discord?
I am in the Masshole one.
All right.
I don't think I've
Under the
subbed to you
same
either.
moniker?
KEVMUS.
I can't quite hear you.
KEVMUS.
All right, I'll find you some sooner or later. If you want, go on to
just type your name in the
Put
chat.
it in private
I'll
chat.
link onto you.
Yeah, chat or private chat.
I can do that.
Just put hi in chat, and I'll see if I can get to you. There you go. You got it up there, right on. So that's honest civilian.
All right, guys. I appreciate you.
Okay, Peachy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for having making this such a great show. I really appreciate it. Golden Eyes and NJ Diver, Socially Awkward, Bruce, Kelly, Taze, Fizzy, Queensland Cop Watch, Honest Citizen, Jules, Save the Humans.
really
Bruce,
quick, Socially Awkward, go straight over to Mass Hall. I'll meet you there.
Okay, that's fine.
Dennis Spokes. Thank you guys. Lacey R. Make sure I don't leave anyone out here. $357, Honest Citizen, Fizzy, Save the Humans, Chase, Dennis, Kelly. Oh, I'm tired. All right, guys. Good night, good morning, good evening, whatever it may be. And Green Hornet 103. Hello. I'm just shutting down. So I appreciate everyone. God bless you, and I love everyone. And we'll see everyone real soon. Bye bye.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good night.